when people die, I'm okay with it. When strippers leave me, I'm sad. Very sad when that happens.
Gary's sad.
Yeah, dude. I mean, death is an inevitability.
A stripper leaving you isn't.
You can always win her back, dude. Come on. I know. I got you guys in my corner. Come on, man.
What would you say to her?
Man.
What would you say to her?
What would I say to her?
Like if she was listening to this, what would you say to her to win her back?
I'm just going to tell her tomorrow when I go up to lunch.
You're listening to the Stepbrothers podcast with your stepbros, Scott Whitcup and Austin Saxton.
We were talking about gas station dick pills. And it brought to mind this story about when I almost fucked a hooker. So this was like 10 years ago. It was probably 20, maybe 21. And I was fucking hammered drunk, and I used to have a prescription of Klonopin. You know what I'm talking about? That little benzo. It's like mini Xanax.
Yeah.
And me and my buddies were like taking a bunch of them and drinking Jack Daniels and got really fucked up. And we were perusing Backpage, which was basically Craigslist for hookers.
I remember
before
that.
It got taken down for, like, you know, sex trafficking. And so I'm looking through these hookers, and I see this you know, decently attractive woman of the night. And I'm like, yeah, I want to fuck this girl. And it's like, you know, $180 or some shit.
That's a cheap hooker.
Yeah, well, that's the red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Discount hooker.
Yeah. It's like hooker discounters. And so I hit her up, and she's like, blah, blah, blah. And so I call the Uber. My buddies are like, yeah, dude, like, you got this. Good job. Call the Uber. Tell the Uber it gets there. I get in. I had the Uber driver stop at a gas station so I could get one of those black rhinos you're talking about.
Yeah.
And it came in like a 4-pack, but it said like only take one at a time.
You never take just one.
I took 2.
Yeah.
Maybe I might have took 3. I don't remember. I get to this Motel 8 or Motel 6, and this fucking whore is outside of the hotel with this. They're both just white trash whores, dude. Just fat, smoking cigarettes.
Tube tops.
Yeah, like no pants. They're not wearing pants. They're smoking a Newport. And I'm like, yeah, that's the one. Fuck. She didn't look anything like the picture. And she's not attractive at all. But in my head, I'm like, okay, cool, man. The good news is I got this black rhino flowing through my bloodstream, man. So we get in there. She starts blowing me with the condom on, which sucks. It's horrible. I don't know if it's ever happened to you.
Was that your idea?
No.
Oh,
that was her idea.
No.
Wow.
That's what hookers do. You guys never fucked a hooker, huh?
No.
Was it that obvious? Fuck. Damn it.
So I'm not getting hard because this bitch is disgusting. And I had already given her like half the payment or something like that. And she's like, honey, something like some hooker jargon. And I was like, honestly, you're gross. I'm getting out of here. Like this was an experiment in my youth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wasn't like interested in fucking a hooker. I did it because my buddies were like, yo, you
gotta do
get
it.
this hooker.
Gotta do
Yeah.
it.
So I just ended up leaving. But the funniest part of the story ended up being that black rhino shit didn't work until like an hour later.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say.
I didn't know. It was
Yeah.
the first time I'd taken a gas station dick pill. It like works.
Yeah, it does.
It made my entire body hard.
Yeah.
Like my fucking dick, my legs, my arms, and my fingers.
Dude, you know when you wait, like when you, and it probably, what did it last? 3-4 days? 5 days?
Dude,
Yeah.
maybe not that long, but it was like a full day. But I was laying on my buddy's couch trying to fall asleep, and I felt like I had a body boner. It was fucked up, dude. Those things can kill people, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
I've taken a lot of them.
Blow your heart out.
The first time I ever took one was in Amarillo, Texas. I I wasn't even fucking anybody. A guy that I was working with was like, dude, these things are great. So we went to the sex shop. I got a 24K Platinum Rhino, and I just took it. And really nothing happened that night. And then the next day at work, I was taking a piss in the porta-john, and the wind was blowing through the top and making a breeze out. And, dude, my dick got so hard like that.
Dude, so...
I was like, whoa, holy shit, these fucking work.
Yeah, but they don't work as well as things like Blue Chew and Cialis and shit like that.
Yeah, of course.
Roman.
Yeah.
I've tried all those different things because I'm a pretty heavy drinker, so I've got
need
a whiskey dick more than I can count on two hands.
It's the worst.
Well, it is what it is. I like to drink. I'm not gonna stop drinking. You know what I mean?
Or fucking. So you got to do something.
But yeah, dude. They do work, but they don't work as well because when you take like a Blue Chew, the energy is
the energy is towards your dick, not your entire body.
Yeah.
It's isolated on the cock region. When you take a fucking black Rhino, you're fucking and all your muscles get tense.
Yeah.
At least that's what happened to me. Maybe it's because I took two, but I felt like I was gonna have a fucking heart attack. Dude. I was also on other drugs too, so I don't know. I'm probably just fucking destroying myself. Not anymore though.
No more gas station dick pills or no more drugs.
No more drugs, dude. Gas station dick pills, baby.
all day.
Well,
Yeah.
so we were down here at the beginning of September, like the last week of August, beginning of September, visiting. He was actually moving to San Diego at the time, and so we were here for like
San Diego is awesome.
It was fun.
It's the best. Actually, yeah,
It's
is
the best place
city
in California for sure.
Yeah.
It's
100%.
very fun.
It's well, dude. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
No, it's okay.
I'll tell you a story about Rosarito, Mexico after this when I walked across the border.
Perfect.
That shit was crazy.
So we when we were here, I had taken one, and it was like it was right before we started the drive from Austin to San Diego. So then I spent 2 days in the car with my brother.
Yeah, what a time to take. Yeah,
Take a dick
With a
pill
boner,
on a
basically.
road trip.
road trip with my brother.
Yeah, and then we got to the strip club out there, and we're walking in, and I go, "Oh shit!" He's like, "What?" I'm like, "I just remembered I took a Rhino. Like, this is gonna be."
took a
interesting."
Rhino.
Yeah, I was like, "I'm all rhinoed out right now, dude. This is gonna be fucking. This is gonna be awesome."
Damn.
Yeah.
The whole trip you were just had a boner?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it was wild.
Dude, those pills are so weird, man.
They are, and I love how.
What's incredible is that they like work over anything.
Yeah,
Painkillers, benzos, booze.
Yeah.
You can take
you're
them.
invincible.
They have the fast pass to blood circulation.
It's like PCP for your dick, in a way. And I love when you look them up online. They're like, "Be warned, these can contain the same ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, and they come from China, and we don't." I'm like, great,
and
that's
crystal
what I
meth.
want. Yeah,
Yeah, right.
I'm like, yeah. Why is this a problem?
The only thing it says is, don't take if taking nitrates for chest pain.
I'm like, my heart's healthy. I'm good. This should be fun. Before you get into your story, do you want to plug all your shit? Where people can listen to you and find you?
I didn't even. You guys didn't even introduce
I'm
me.
sorry.
What the fuck?
Yeah, we got started right away.
So I have a.
Gary Faust,
I
everybody.
run. Thank you. Hello. I have a media company that I run with my mom, and we do podcasts, commercials, anything video based, anything podcast based. If you really want us to, we can do photography. Don't really like doing that. Actually, I take that back when I do photography. But yeah, got a media company here in Austin, Texas. Do a lot of stuff in the comedy scene, and I also do have my own podcast called The Gary Bobby Show with Bobby Flacco. I can never remember how to say his last name. But it's me and him. He's the front man for Nether Hour. Check them out, too. They just got the Rogan shout out for the second time.
We've shouted them out here before.
Yeah, he's. Do you guys know Bobby?
We don't know.
No, we met.
Who
When
plays
we came
guitar?
down here? We met everyone.
He's the man. He's awesome. But yeah, we do a show. It's like a podcast show. It's live Thursdays. It used to be Thursdays at 9 a.m. Now it's Thursdays at 5 p.m. It's going to be on Faust TV on YouTube. And you kind of have to watch the show instead of listen to it because there's just a lot of like visually appealing and aesthetic elements to it. So Yeah,
I
that's
think
what I do. Check it out.
The last one I saw, you had a nice wig on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did the Howard Stern.
Yeah,
shtick.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of shticks. Yeah, we dress up and shit. It's fucking stupid, but that's the whole point of it. It's not.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, it's not like an actual. This is a real podcast. Like,
I
we
wouldn't
do.
be so sure. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Shut the fuck up, dude. Before we started, I was telling you guys, I'm impressed with your setup. It's very innovative. I don't want to give away any of your secrets, but the way you have this set up, dude, is fucking legit, dude.
Oh,
Like,
thank you. I call it creative.
Yeah, well, with the fucking with the equipment you have, the way you guys have done it is like, I think the term would be creative or innovative.
We grew up poor, so
Yeah, we're very good at
we're good at making
resources.
do.
Yeah.
making lemonade out of limes.
It's taken me forever to fucking build my studio. You guys can come by whenever and check it out. It's taken a long time. My mom and I bought the house as basically like a business expense because I have a son in California. That's a whole long story. I have ongoing custody thing, so we're going to be going to court soon. So I don't want to talk too much about it, but my point is that the whole reason I got into the podcasting business was because I want to be able to make money in a fun way, but I also need to make money to pay a fucking lawyer so I can see my son. I haven't seen my son in a year.
Oh, fuck.
Man, yeah, it's not good.
That stuff's such a shit show,
dude.
It's just
the whole system. Like whenever I hear women,
yeah.
Well,
I know what you mean.
Right
I already.
You could just
you like
stop
how
right there.
you like how I said hear, not listen.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm sure in California, it's as the guy,
my
it's
God.
a fucking gotta be a shit show.
You would think it would be, but they actually they tend to give a little bit more rights to the father because they believe in feminism.
How progressive.
Yeah.
It's the only time it's ever worked out for me. Feminism is.
I saw like an ad for just a retainer. It's like $7,000. For some places, that was insane.
I don't make that much money.
But I'm just saying, like, that's an outrageous.
No, yeah.
Well, how much was your divorce lawyer?
Well, I didn't have kids, so
Yeah, true.
mine was still.
Did you have to pay alimony?
$2,000. No, she pays for my phone bill.
She left him her cats, and then she pays his cell phone bill.
Yeah.
And then he got rid of the cats eventually. So it's all worked out.
You see how this podcast
Where the
is
fuck
all
is
put
your
together?
lawyer, man?
Yeah. I need that
He's
motherfucker.
like, this is your phone bill money. I love it.
How many years has she been paying your phone bill? She's listening to this. I know she is.
Yeah, she will.
Yeah.
For 4 or 5 years. But I think we have a good thing going.
It's not stopped now.
It's not stopping.
Jesus Christ.
Cheers to 2022 and resolutions you can actually keep. How about having clean and shiny balls all year round? Our sponsors at Manscaped are here to save your balls this year and make the ball drop into 2022 the cleanest and sexiest ever. Set your first New Year's resolution with good intentions and join the 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped. With our exclusive offer, go to manscaped.com and use promo code STEPBRO for 20% off plus free shipping.
Hell yeah. I think 2022 is going to be the year that I really take the lawnmower 4.0 to the next level and I start trimming the taint.
Whoa.
And around my hole because I've been having a lot of crumbs from toilet paper and other things. It's the whole IBS, whole thing. And I think that's I'm going to take it to the next level. I already know it can shave my dick and balls, but I think we're going to venture further south. But it's a new year. It's a new me. The global leaders in men's below the waist grooming. Manscaped. I mean, this is going to be the best year ever.
It is. You know what I think is going to help you with shaving that taint in that nether region?
What?
The light on the Lawnmower 4.0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you haven't used the Lawnmower 4.0, you should, but it has a light that's bright as shit. I mean, you can see every little hair the whole time you're shaving. Yeah, I'm very excited for that. If you guys don't like stinky, sweaty, chafing balls, the crop preserver is amazing. And if you get the Performance Package 4.0, you get 2 free gifts, the Shed Travel Bag and a free pair of boxers to keep your goodies nice and comfortable. Those boxers are amazing. And their shampoo and body wash is fucking incredible. It includes their refined cologne, fragrance inside. Smells delicious. Metal, high quality bottles that are pumps. It's the shit. Anyway, manscaped.com. Use promo code STEPBRO for 20% off plus free shipping.
That's right. Go to manscaped.com. Use our promo code STEPBRO for 20% off plus free shipping.
Dude, on the way over here, I was listening to Jerry Reed.
Oh, fuck yeah.
She
got the gold mine. I got the shaft. Yep.
Yeah, dude. And I was just driving along thinking about it, and I thought, the system is so rigged against men. It is insane. It's a joke song, obviously.
But it's kind of
pretty
true.
serious. And the fact that women like complain and say, well, the system's not fair. Shut the fuck up.
You can
You're
make an
right, it's not
OnlyFans.
fair.
I can't. Okay?
Yeah, not even that. I could make an OnlyFans. You could make an OnlyFans.
I could, but nobody would
Make a
pay.
great
You don't know that. There's a lot of gays.
That's true. I could go after the gay market. That's a good idea.
My point, though, is that what you can't do is get fucking child support or alimony. The odds of that happening are astra-fucking-nomical.
You would have to, yeah.
She's got to be a real
She'd have to
bag
be
of
like an
shit.
abusive crack whore, I feel like. And even then, it's still pretty hard.
Just be addicted to rhino dick pills.
I'm going to go find an abusive crack whore, marry her, and then divorce her and claim she was an abusive crack whore. and get all my money, baby.
Sir, what's your 10-year plan? Well, meet a crack whore, marry her,
Crack
divorce her.
whore, get abused, alimony.
Black rhino.
Black rhinos, baby, yeah.
Infinite black rhinos.
Yeah, hey, so if a girl ever fucking blows you with a condom on your dick, it's a hooker. And I know this
That's good.
because of that story, but also because a couple of years ago in Austin, I was at a bar, Cain and Abel's. You know what I'm talking about? It's on West Campus in the college part of the area. It was when I was still going to UT. And so this is weird, dude. And I don't remember the circumstances very well, so bear with me. But I was at a bar, and I had basically like picked up these chicks, and I was with another buddy of mine, and there was three of them. We were walking back to their house, and like there's always like the one friend that's kind of fat who kind of cock blocked everybody. So
Always.
I was like, fuck it, whatever. And I just started walking back to my house, and I ran into some lady on the fucking sidewalk. Like, this is in West Campus. This is where all the students live.
Right.
And this lady, I was kidding. I was drunk, and I was kidding, and I was like, hey, your place or mine? Just at like 3 a.m. Like on the sidewalk. Like, looking back, it was probably kind of a creepy thing for me to say. Like, I feel like kind of a douchebag. And she goes, yeah, just come back to my house. And I was like, you know, in my drunken state, I was like, oh,
are you serious?
I'm pretty smooth.
Yeah, you're like, wow. this
Followed her
works.
back to her house. She opens this opens this door to this apartment that is completely empty. There's no furniture. None of the electricity wasn't on. Dog, it was weird.
What?
Yeah. And
not even a blanket on the floor or
no, I'm getting there.
okay.
So I'm like, I think at the time I didn't really know what to think. And I'm like, fuck it. So she brings me into this back room, and she basically just got on her knees. She had a backpack on. She pulled a blanket out of the backpack, put the blanket down, got on her knees, and put a condom on my dick and started blowing me. And I was like, cool,
Like,
for about 20 seconds. And then I was like, this is a hooker that's going to rob me. This is this is a trap spot.
I never thought about getting
shit.
robbed by a hooker. God,
Yeah.
I'm so fucking gullible. I got roofied by a
never
stripper, and I would be the first one to get robbed by a hooker. Guaranteed. Dude, I fucking suck at this.
I never thought. Yeah.
So
It's
she was
free
blowing
pussy.
me for a while. And the whole time, I mean, it was like 10 minutes, dude. And the whole time I was just paranoid.
Like some dude's gonna pop out of the closet
Yeah.
and be like,
The-
motherfucker,
the
what's up?
entire time. And I was basically weighing whether or not I should bust a nut and be vulnerable or run. It was for a while, dude. It might have been longer than 10 minutes. But my decision was made for me when she eventually was like,
My jaw hurts.
she laid on the floor and just spread her legs and opened them up, spread eagle, and said, fuck me. And I was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Yeah. It was weird, man. And I don't know who needs to hear this, but herpes is not protected from via a condom.
No.
Condoms are completely pointless.
Pretty much, yeah.
Anything you can get that a condom protects you from getting can be taken care of with a pill. Pregnancy, Plan B.
Or stairs.
Gonorrhea, fucking chlamydia, all that shit.
Yeah.
Like, everything can be taken care of with a pill. Except herpes.
And is herpes really that bad? I mean, come on, you get a flare up once a year. You're only contagious when you're flaring up. I mean, come on, you know. It's like AIDS. It's been demonized. Is it really that bad?
It's been demonized. They're turning the frogs gay. It's been demonized.
The corporate media. Make herpes great again. That's what
Anyways,
I'm
I got
to
the fuck out of there. It was really weird. I ran home.
And nobody ever, you didn't have to pay her. Nobody like popped out or followed you home.
But because I tried to get out of there, and I was like, hey, I just got to go. And she's like, okay. And it's
like, look at this fucking loser. She went and told all of her hooker friends. This guy didn't want to fuck
I gave this guy a free fuck. He wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like,
what a pussy.
The funniest part is that, like, looking back, I think there's about a 50% chance that I was right and a 50% chance that I was just being super paranoid. Because it didn't make any sense, dude. Like, this apartment was empty. What the fuck?
Yeah,
that doesn't make any sense.
And then pulled furniture out of her backpack. Right?
Just a blanket.
That's what I'm saying.
But
like all of her furniture.
Oh yeah. Yeah, makeshift furniture.
Well, what kind of blanket was it? Was it like
I think it was a quilt.
It wasn't like a fleece blanket or a down comfort. I don't think she was pulling a down comforter.
It was just
out
a
of her
big
backpack.
cum rag.
She's like, my grandma raised me, and she died 5 years ago, and she made this quilt.
My grandma raised me right. She sewed this quilt together.
Baby, this is your fucking quilt.
Still her baby blanket.
Oh, yeah, dude. Have you ever had a girlfriend that still sleeps with a baby blanket?
I don't know.
My ex did that.
That's why she's your ex.
Exactly. Yeah. I'd be laying in bed, and she would, like, take her baby blanket and, like cuddle with it, and I would just sit there and go, oh, fuck, I need to, this is bad. This is not good.
Hey, at least she wasn't a stripper.
That's true. That's true. As she might have, I don't know. She got around. You know, she lived in a small town.
Secret double life or something?
Yeah.
Private
Central
stripper.
Michigan.
Yeah, you guys are from Michigan. Michigan's kind of a shithole now. I mean,
yeah.
Mainly because all the government shit up there.
Yes.
Our Whitmer.
Our
governor. Her name's Governor Whitmer.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, she's got a great set of tits. Other than that,
I'd fuck this shit out.
Yeah,
she's an attractive. I mean, for a governor, she's awful. She's the worst. I mean, during the pandemic, when the first pandemic part of it, whatever the fuck.
None of it's real.
Yeah, it's all made up. We're gonna get flagged misinformation. She made it so that you couldn't go out on the water in a motorized boat because that means you would have to go to the gas station and get gas and give everybody COVID and kill everybody.
Dude, they're just making shit up.
But then she put all the sick people in
now.
nursing homes. Like, what's his dick
That's what
did in
New
New
York
York?
did,
Yeah.
And then there's Newsom out in California. He's a sack of shit.
Well, hopefully we don't get fucking Beto O'Rourke here pretty soon.
I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think there's going to be a blue wave in Texas. Everybody's sick of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Especially in Texas. And most of the people moving to Texas from California and other states are Republican.
Yeah, I think they've kind of, or if they're not maybe full, I think they kind of realize what this is. Yeah. They're like, we don't want to fuck this up.
Right.
Exactly. It's like, just keep it red. I may not agree, but let's keep it red.
It seems to be working pretty good. So, yeah.
Seems to work here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the economy's doing pretty well in Texas still. We don't have to wear masks. We don't have to really do anything that we don't want to do. It's
pretty awesome.
Much.
Yeah.
There's the weed being illegal is fucking insane.
Yes. That is the only negative thing I have to say.
Yeah.
It's like, you could just go to the store.
Dude,
get
I'm
some
from
weed.
Ohio, so when I grew up, we got all of our weed from Michigan. We had good weed up there.
That's where we used to get our fireworks, was Ohio.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if
Indiana.
Yeah.
Because that.
Or am I
It
thinking?
was before you could have aerial fireworks.
There was a point in time when you couldn't buy fireworks in Ohio anymore, and you had to go to Indiana.
Yeah, it was Yingling.
Yingling was
Yingling.
Pennsylvania.
Yingling.
Ohio.
Well, we had to drive to Ohio to get Yingling
Oh,
because it wasn't in Michigan. Still isn't.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you
And
even
it's
like it
production.
that much?
Well, to us,
Just
it was,
because we couldn't have
was a
I think
novelty.
that's why we
That's
liked it.
that's exactly how it was when it first came out in Ohio. We were like,
this is the greatest shit ever.
it's not even that
Yeah.
good. It's just okay.
It's
It's the
regular
oldest
beer.
beer in America though, which is
Yep.
cool, but
Yeah.
whatever.
The yeah. Well, he's the weed guy. I've never smoked weed in my
never
life.
smoked weed.
What a fucking pussy. I never could. I've always had jobs where I wasn't allowed to. I
Wow.
got drug tested a lot over the years. So yeah,
That's wild.
been a good little boy. I just boozing, man, just boozing it.
Dude, Lone Star is the greatest beer on earth.
Yeah, I got hooked on it pretty soon after moving here.
It's like it's like a cross between Budweiser and fucking
God.
like some cheap watery type beer. You know what I mean?
I was always a Miller Lite guy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
And
it's
then-
almost like a cross between those two in a way.
Yeah, it's like MGD and
You know they got
Miller
Lone
Lite.
Star Light and it's in a blue can.
yeah, I haven't tried it.
It's just basically the same shit. But my point was that it's just like Lone Star is one of those beers where like nobody fucking drinks the light. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever
Like
seen
nobody
that.
drinks
That's a good point.
Miller. They drink Miller Lite. Nobody drinks Bud Light. Well, actually, people do drink Bud Light. Bud Light tastes like shit.
People love
Yeah,
Bud
I
Light.
don't
What the
understand it.
college
Mexicans-
kids, dude. That's their whole market. College kids fucking love Bud Light.
And Natty.
I think it's because of
I was
Post
gonna
Malone.
say I drank fucking Natty in college.
You went to
whole
UT,
time.
you said?
I went. Okay, so originally I went to a community college. I'm from Dayton, Ohio. I went to Sinclair Community College. I studied communications, and I had interests in theater and some video stuff. And then I almost went to prison. I got hit with a felony for basically robbery. And nice place you got, by the way.
I'll be back.
And then I drove. I'm sorry. I got on the Amtrak, the train in Cincinnati, and went to Chicago, and then I took the Southwest Chief to L.A., and then there's like a Pacific Surf Liner or something like that I took to Santa Barbara.
Jesus.
And I went to it was a 3-day train ride. I had to get the fuck out of
Holy
town.
shit.
Man.
Fuck.
And then in Santa Barbara, I went to Santa Barbara City College, and I studied film originally, and realized that I was way out of my fucking this shit was like way ahead of me. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It was very complicated stuff, and most of the kids in the film program had done something in high school, or they had like parents that were like filmmakers, quite literally.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So I developed a coke problem, and then flew back to Ohio. Helped my mom move to Tennessee. I was a carpenter there. I worked on Luke Bryan's house.
Oh shit.
I worked on his tour before.
What do you think about him?
He was cool. I didn't like watching him shake his ass all the time.
I didn't like that guy.
But you had to work with him on a different level.
Yeah,
than-
I was working his shows, so you know.
So what happened? To finish that story, and then I'll tell you about Luke Bryan. What happened was I lived in Tennessee. They wouldn't let me go to school there for an in-state price, so I ended up buying my uncle's Buick, put a fucking trailer hitch on it, and drove all the way back to California to Santa Barbara to get my degree in English. Moved up north, worked on a pot farm in Sac, drove all the way down to Austin, and ended up getting a journalism degree.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Dude.
This sounds like this is like a documentary. You could be a great filmmaker.
Somebody, my senior year of college, because I'm about to be 29 in a week. My senior year in college, one of my friends, a journalist friend of mine, asked me. She said, "Can you please don't sell the rights to your life story until I can make a movie about you?" And I was like, "Fuck, that's cool."
That'd be awesome.
I mean, it's kind of narcissistic for me to like that a lot, but fuck it.
Fuck
you
it.
know?
It'd be cool.
I do have an interesting story. I will say that, but I'm not one to be like an egomaniac or anything like that. Maybe a little narcissistic, but definitely not. It's not all about me or anything. I've had a lot of cool shit happen because there's other cool people around.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like a whole thing. Anyways, Luke Bryan, I don't like him. he on the like second or third day on this job. So he had.
But his wife though.
His wife's hot, dude.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
The second or third day on this job, we were putting these giant wood timbers up in the ceiling, like they were like almost like rafters of sorts, in his party barn, which was like like a $500,000 barn with wood that was 300 years old and all this fucking bullshit. It was cool though.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah.
And this was the year he won the CMA for the best best whatever the fuck it was. It doesn't matter. The point is that we were lifting up these beams, and the guy on the other end of this beam had a bad knee and a bad back. And we're lifting this thing up, and he's like, fucking straining and whatnot. And so I look over, and I see this guy in like a sweatshirt, tight fucking pants.
Yeah, the
and
tightest.
Some cowboy boots, and I'm like, hey, come on, dude. Can't you tell this guy needs help? And he just looks at me like I'm a psychopath. And I was like, what? And the dude on the other end of the beam goes, shut the fuck up. I had no idea who this fool was. I just thought he was some fucking hillbilly.
You're like, come on, motherfucker. He's like, I fucking hired you. Who the fuck is this guy?
So that's not why I don't like him, though, because that was my fault.
Okay.
We worked on Christmas Eve, and it was fucking freezing cold, dude. It was below zero, and we had mushroom heaters inside of this barn, you know what I'm talking about, with tinfoil on top. We were heating up our lunches in the tinfoil on top of these mushroom heaters because we were, it's fucking cold. We're working overtime. Like, we weren't getting much out of this, you know what I mean? Like, It's Christmas fucking Eve, man.
Yeah.
And he was just outside with his buddies because there was a small house on the property. So there was a main mansion being built. There was a party barn being built, and then there was an actual small, like, ranch-style house that he lived in. And he was outside smoking meat, like hundreds of pounds of meat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And didn't offer us any on Christmas Eve. Yeah, I thought it was fucked up.
Maybe he's Jewish.
I don't know, man. But
He's like, this is just another day. Jesus isn't real.
Jesus was a Jew.
That'd be a hell of a documentary. The Jewish country singer.
Yeah. Country music. Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I mean, I was always raised that if somebody was working on your house, you offer them at least some water or some sodas or beer or whatever. I mean,
See, I had a wildly different experience. So my thing was like, I don't know if I've ever even talked about this in this podcast. No. So in high school, I was big into the audio stuff. And so I did that all through high school. And then in the summertime, I would work for this local company, and we did like local shows and shit. And so I started out in high school working summers and basically pushing road cases and being a bitch. And eventually, like my senior year, I graduated and I got hired there full time that year. And there was guys there that kind of like took me under their wing and like really started pushing for me like to get super into audio engineering and stuff. And one of the guys that the main guy that I worked with, knew this dude who used to work for them and now lived in Nashville, who was Luke's monitor engineer at the time. And he works for Greta Van Fleet now. But yeah,
nice.
Yeah,
They're
we're big Greta fans. So
Michigan.
Yeah.
Are they from Michigan?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Like
Frankenmuth.
South Central, yeah.
I thought they were from fucking South Wales or some shit.
No, they're from Michigan, man. But so yeah, anyway, I end up getting a hold of this dude because I'm the kind of person, I'll just call somebody and be like, hey, here's who I am. This is what I want to do. So this dude was super cool. He's like, I flew to Nashville. He let me stay in his house. He showed me around, introduced me to all these people. And so then I did a few shows as like kind of like almost like an apprenticeship on Luke's tour that year. And but his fucking tour, like he had I think 16 semis on the tour, which is huge. There was 14 tour buses or 12 tour buses, 16 semis. But like one of the semis was literally like a commercial kitchen in a fucking semi trailer. And he had like a chef that would cook for the whole crew. He had a laundromat and another one so everybody could do their laundry and shit. Like
including the grunts.
Yeah.
So he was a great dude to you.
Yeah, exactly. He took care of everybody.
Man.
Yeah.
Thanks for telling me that.
Yeah.
He did all this, but just not you.
Dude, I could have just had been in a negative mindset at that time of my life anyways, so.
Maybe he is a piece of shit. Who knows? Maybe he is a Jew.
Maybe
If he's smoking that
well,
much
look,
meat,
hold on now. If he's a piece of shit, whatever. If he's cool, great. But Jewish. Crossing the line, man. He very well could be a nice dude.
Is Faust German?
Yeah. You know the story of Faust?
No, I don't.
So the etymology of Faust is actually Orthodox Jewish and Germanic, and also Latin. But in Latin it means lucky, which is a lie. Actually, no, I am extremely lucky. No, I take that back. Something happened to me 2 days ago that I am not going to talk about, but I was very lucky. So actually, Faust meaning lucky in Latin, I knock on wood.
I mean, you did basically get a free hooker once, so that's pretty lucky.
like half a hooker.
Half a hooker. Yeah.
I got a free blowjob with a condom on.
Have you ever come from a blowjob? I mean, like regularly, like, you know.
Dude,
No.
not until my fucking ex. Stripper ex-girlfriend made me nut every time, dude. It was insane.
I've never come from a blowjob.
Dude, I don't think you understand, dude. Like, I never could.
Yeah, me either.
Until my baby mama, but she sucks.
Literally.
And then my ex, dude, it was like she had like some sort of magical powers, man. It was fucked up, dude. Seriously.
That's how
Like
she got
this
you.
woman could make me I know. I miss her a lot.
You're like, holy shit. This is amazing.
Dude, it was insane. But what I was gonna say was about the what were we just talking about right before that?
Luke Bryan.
Let's go to a memory
Oh,
correspondent.
Faust.
Yes.
So
Your
what I
name?
was gonna say about that was that there's a story. My entire last name is where the origin of selling your soul to the devil comes from. Yeah.
Oh shit.
You know,
Jesus.
like the 27 Club, how they say all those guys sold their soul to the devil for
Yeah.
musical talents.
Right.
Yeah.
That's based on the story of the Faust, the Faustian bargain. It's a German folktale about a guy named Johann George Faust, who in like the 1400s or 1300s or something, he was there's a couple different versions. In some versions he's a magician, sometimes he's an alchemist or a student, but basically sells his soul to get like unlimited knowledge and powers and shit, and then regrets it and gets dragged to hell. And in some versions he goes to hell, and in some versions he's saved by this like angelic woman, which we all know is not going to happen. Women, right?
Yeah, no,
all
no.
whores, all of them. And yeah, so my last name is fucked up.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't really know what the fuck my last name, like
What's your last name?
Saxton.
Saxton?
Yeah.
That's definitely Germanic, right?
I think
Or Alpine, like that general region?
so I did a DNA thing because my family's pretty, fucked up. So I don't really know who came from where or what the fuck anything means. So I think I was like mostly German, English, and then like some Eastern European and Russian. Had some fucking commie blood in me, unfortunately.
Right. Well, that
I was
sucks.
pretty pissed about that. Yeah.
Should kill that half of
Should
yourself.
bloodlet myself till 12% of my blood comes out or whatever it is.
Dude, I've always wanted to do one of those 23andMe's, but I don't know if I'm comfortable with the fucking somebody having a database of my DNA. Especially with everything that's going on with this fucking vaccine, which I'm not going to keep talking about, so I don't want to get you guys' shit taken down.
It's okay, we don't fucking care.
Yeah. It's
Well, dude, if you talk too much about some of that shit, YouTube will take your shit down.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
It's just
I've had multiple-
keywords.
I had an interview with John McAfee that was removed from YouTube because he compared pathogenic diarrhea to COVID. And he said that, this is a fact, that pathogenic diarrhea kills more people per year than COVID does.
Yeah.
But we don't have a
would
fucking
believe
lockdown for that.
no.
Well, we were talking about that this morning. We were looking at there's a bunch of memes going around about it, but you look at the Omicron symptoms, and basically the list of symptoms is a cold, pretty much.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we were talking about that this morning. How it's funny.
It's an enhanced version of the flu,
Yeah,
basically.
it's
If
kind of
that.
comical at this point because you just watch stuff and you're like, are we fucking? We're still doing this? Like
Dude,
fucking
it's-
open mics are getting shut down now here.
I'm telling you, dude, it's never gonna end.
Nope.
This is life This is our life now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
The
Like, look at Australia.
oh, they're fucked.
That's
So that's
the-
because they gave away their guns.
That's the prototype for what we're going to experience in the United States. And anybody who is still a police officer enforcing laws like that in Germany, Australia, New York, Canada, those people are Nazis.
yeah, they're not. Yeah,
That's how that all began.
Straight up, dude.
true.
Yeah.
It's fucking out of control.
Well, they're what we saw yesterday. They're shutting down open mics here.
Yeah, I
'cause of
saw a
COVID.
couple
Yeah, where did that- what are you
mics
talking
getting
about?
closed. I don't remember the name, but I just saw.
Which
I think
mics
there
it
were
was?
like two. They weren't like
They're not
the
good
big mics, but
Was it because somebody got like the host got sick?
all it said was due to rising cases.
Yeah.
Well, those
We've
people
decided to
are
shut
going to be
down.
losers in life then.
Yeah.
You got to work
I'm like
through
in
it.
Texas. What is going on?
Well, nobody else is going to shut down because they realize that people in a city like Austin want everything open
Right.
Yeah.
and always have.
Yeah.
There was a period of time where they were making people wear masks. I almost never wore a mask. I had an Uber driver earlier today take me to my truck, and I got in without the mask, and he had his mask on, and he's like kind of talking to me, feeling out the vibe, and he's like, yeah, man, world's pretty dystopian right now. And I was like, yeah, bro, you can be honest with me.
You can take it off.
I know what you're doing, dude. Take the mask off. He's like, hell yeah, bro, thanks, man.
So you know
I
what's
got fired from Uber, so now I'm doing Lyft because and I was like, dude, I'm the last fucking person that's ever gonna judge anybody.
Yeah.
So you know what's fun or
You
it's
can wear
funny?
7 fucking masks. I don't give a fuck. That's your own decision.
Yeah.
I've been doing like that, like DoorDash or kind of shit, and then also a ton of handyman work. And you get some of these jobs, and you walk in, and like the customer will be wearing, and you're going into their house, and the customer will be wearing a mask. And usually, like when I walk in, and I don't even think I own a mask right now.
Yeah.
So
I
they
don't
were
even
like,
know
"Can
where-
you?"
I don't even know where
If they were
one
like,
is.
"Can you put a mask on?" I would just leave. I'm sorry, I don't. But I'm surprised nobody.
Yeah, you're at that point. You've had enough of this bullshit.
I've had COVID twice. I had it relatively recently, and
I've never had it, dude.
I got rock hard antibodies. I don't give it. The last time I had it,
You got black rhino flowing through your
fuck
veins.
yeah, dude.
I think we've actually found the vaccine. It's black.
It's
rhino.
just black rhino dick pills.
That's
Dude,
Dude,
the
what
best
keeps-
name for a gas station dick pill I've ever seen is called Rock Hard Weekend. And I think because we play music, so I'm a drummer, he plays guitar, and we've never been like in a formal band, but when there's like a music open mic at a bar or something and we're there, after a comedy show or whatever, we'll go up and we'll just fucking jam. And we've always gone by the name of Roadhead. So, but I was like, man, we should change our band name to Rock Hard Weekend. That'd be fucking sweet.
Dude, you cannot get COVID if you don't get tested.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Same with herpes and chlamydia, gonorrhea.
It's because you can get over it naturally. That's
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm obviously kidding, but if you never you're never gonna know if you have a cold or the flu or COVID.
Dude, you know
Right.
what's
If you
fucked
just
up?
let it go. Like the people that are getting sick now are all the people who have been vaxxed. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Nobody I know that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Nobody I know that's not vaxxed is getting like fucking deathly ill, dude. Because we've developed a natural immunity over the past 2 years.
Well, I had it. We had it like third week of February 2020, and then I was at the time for work. I was traveling the country, and I wasn't wearing a mask. I was going to.
it
shows
wasn't
and
even a
stuff.
thing yet.
But even after like all the shutdowns and stuff, I was working all around the country, and the antibodies from that lasted until middle of August this year, before I got sick again.
Dude.
And that the second time I got sick,
Yeah.
it was nothing.
Do you remember when they said 2 weeks
Yes.
to slow the spread?
Yeah,
Flatten the curve.
yeah.
Flatten the curve. That's what it was. Yeah.
And they'd be like, "Just do your part."
Dude, when that
Do your
happened,
part.
I remembered vividly I had lived in a different place at the time. My downstairs living room area they were fixing some like drywall stuff and painting. So all of like our couch and our shelves and everything was like all pushed in, like away from the wall. So it was kind of disheveled. And my buddy and I were out back smoking a cigarette, and he goes, "Dude, this is the beginning of something." And I said, "Yeah, this is the beginning of the end
Yep.
Yeah,
of freedom." I'm not just saying that. I really thought we were fucked from the get-go.
Well, at the time with the job that I had at the time, I was I was dealing with sick people a lot. And so at the time, like, this was very, like, right when all this shit first came out. We didn't know anything about it. You were hearing all this shit. I was like, oh, we're all fucking dead. You know, ready to
when it first came out.
for like the first couple weeks, I was like, we're all fucking dead. You know, we would deal with people who thought they had been exposed to COVID and stuff, and you know, we were putting on like surgical gowns and fucking double masks and face shields and all this shit. Like, literally thought we were gonna fucking die. And then,
so you thought we were fucked at the beginning?
At the beginning, because of all the shit we were hearing and all the protocols that had come out for like everything that we were doing, all the rules that we had to follow, and like we were like, oh, we're fucked. Like, people are dying from this at crazy rates. And then after a couple weeks, I was like, I don't think this is what they said it was. Yeah.
The majority of people from the beginning of this thing that told me that they thought it was bullshit were nurses.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird because I've also met plenty of nurses who are like, no, it's
Whores.
real. Yeah, like. It's just weird, man. How there's such a fucking massive discrepancy between who believes in this shit and who doesn't.
It's super polarized. I mean,
It's
it seems like it was part of
a plan.
the plan was to polarize everyone to
I-
one side or the other.
I think it's all a giant fucking scam.
Yeah.
It also is really weird that Bill Gates donated like $400 million to the mainstream news and a number of other organizations, and Zuckerberg's creating electoral fucking integrity foundations and shit. Like these, it's the tech and the tech and pharma people teamed up and they're ass raping.
I was just gonna say we're getting butt fucked.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really pissed that Ghislaine Maxwell was such a fucking pussy. I was waiting for her just to spill all the beans.
Yeah,
I wanted chaos.
How did that even end? I didn't really keep up with it because I couldn't find it.
It was
news on
bullshit. They called 4 witnesses to the stand, and fucking only one of them was
Jeez.
like an actual accuser, even though they had dozens
But
and
she was
dozens and
found
dozens.
guilty on 5 or 6 charges.
She was,
but of one child trafficking.
yeah, and the rest were
One
it was
child.
It was all stupid shit. I mean, they fucking sandbagged the fuck out of that. I don't even think the prosecution tried. And then, you know,
They probably were getting threatened to be fucking killed. Have you seen the Clinton body count?
yeah, I know. I just wish she would have done it anyway. I mean, just spilled the fucking beans, and
Yeah.
that'd have been chaos. You
You think Epstein is dead?
I mean,
Ooh,
yeah.
that's a good take.
Oh shit! I think he's dead. I just don't. I don't think he killed himself.
I thought what you think until I had the interview I did with John McAfee. The first, it might have been the second one.
Didn't he die? John McAfee.
Who fucking knows?
He got Epstein too. Fuck.
Yeah. Well, you know what's crazy? The last thing I did 3 podcasts. It was like kind of like a interview like this.
Yeah, just shooting
style
shit.
thing. Yeah. The last thing I ever talked to him about was this. I was like, hey, so like if you go to prison, if you get caught, because he was on the lam, he was podcasting with me from a Faraday cage. And like in the middle of the ocean or
Holy
something.
shit.
He never told me where he was, but he alluded to the fact that he was like in the middle of fucking nowhere.
It's like Snowden shit.
Yeah.
Pretty much, actually.
That's insane.
And I asked him, hey, if you ever get caught, would you kill yourself, or what's like if there's an Epstein situation, what is it? And he was like, I would never do it. I would never kill myself. And I knew, and it's
God damn.
fucking nuts. Yeah.
That's insane. It's yeah.
Well, anyways, the reason I brought him up was because he was the one that told me that he doesn't think that Epstein's even. He didn't say it, but he was like, it's possible Epstein's not even dead.
He's on a different island now.
Well, and did you see right in the middle of Ghislaine Maxwell's trial, I don't remember if it was a federal case against Epstein's guards or if it was a state level case. Whatever it was, the prosecution dropped the case on the guard on Epstein's guards right in the middle of Ghislaine Maxwell's trial.
The guards that were negligent and allowing him to die, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. How the fuck would he, dude? That whole
And
thing.
then they didn't release that information that they dropped the case until the day after the verdict was read on Ghislaine.
Let me ask you this. Do you think it's possible that they smuggled him out and gave him plastic surgery to the point where he looks like a different person? Because I think it's totally possible. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be.
Part of me
possible.
I wouldn't
I'm not
call
saying
myself a
probable.
conspiracy theorist, but I like when shit is when you find out like crazy shit, and you're like, that it was actually true.
It was this all along, right?
Yeah, I love that kind of stuff. So that part of me wants to be like, fuck yeah, like all the powerful people that would have burned had he, said anything.
Yeah,
it was in their best interest to take care of him.
So,
I would like to.
Because if Epstein's dead, it sends a message to anybody that wants to go against what they want and lets Epstein off the hook, and all those people are no longer being blackmailed. Yeah. It makes perfect sense. And if you don't think shit like that actually happens behind the scenes, I think maybe, not you specifically, but anybody would need to maybe take a more critical look at it, because it's not really that unrealistic.
It's not. Yeah, it's
like
not.
we got people that are turning themselves from, a normal fighting age male, to like a cheetah print tattooed tranny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Seriously, like you can change the way you look. It's not very hard.
We saw a couple of those the other night. We were at a taco place, and the whatever. I thought it was a lesbian. They had their masks on the whole time, and at first I thought it was a lesbian couple, and then one of them pulled their mask down to take a drink and had facial hair, and I was like,
and I thought it was the definition of non-binary. I finally found what
I texted him, and I was like, dude, I don't know. We're sitting across. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I think the one in the, I think that's actually a dude. And then once they stood up, and I realized the height difference, I was like, I think that's a chick that wants to be a dude. And then
that's
and then I'm like,
dude that wants to bang a chick that wants to be a dude.
I think it was a girl that wants to bang. Oh, fuck, this is.
And they had a
making
child.
My brain hurt. Oh yeah, they had a kid with them. Yeah,
it was wild.
That's
it makes my brain.
It was
hurt.
a lot. It was a lot to process.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the reality of the situation, man. This is America. You can do whatever you want.
I
Right.
agree.
And I
don't give a
support
shit.
that, but I also don't know if that's maybe the healthiest way to go about it in life. But I'll always stand up for people's rights to do that weird shit.
Oh yeah, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
As long as you're not a fucking
Child molester.
asshole to me,
Oh.
because of how I live, or a
No,
child
you can be a
molester.
child
You
molester.
could be a-
Just
you
don't
could be a
just
cool
don't
child.
molest me.
Yeah,
you
as
know?
long as you're a cool child molester, I don't see the issue. Those kids will end up fine.
They'll end up dating one of them at the fucking Red Rose. God damn it.
The Red Rose. Well, we were talking about that before. That was, I think, listeners of our show will remember the story about the girl who didn't work there that I thought worked there that
Sexually assaulted you.
did something.
It's hard being a grown man in a strip club, dude.
It's never.
Dude, I've walked into a strip club the other day. I'm not gonna name any names, but it was with a famous comic.
Okay.
And we walked in, and fucking this stripper just ran directly at him and just jumped.
Oh my God.
Jumped like onto his body.
Fuck.
And it
That's
was
awesome.
And he was just like, "Hey, we had a great time."
Yeah. The other thing that happened to me, really, I mean, the only time I've been to a strip club since the whole roofie incident was here in Austin months ago.
Which one?
Here, Red Rose.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that same story.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't get roofied at the Red Rose. That was years ago in
Yet.
Detroit. But since then,
Yeah.
the only time I've really been ever
Still
since
time.
then was here months ago, and then around the same time in San Diego. And the girl in San Diego, because I have like a Mudmaster G-Shock, like a fucking tool, and everything is big. My truck's big, my cowboy hats are big because I have a tiny fucking penis. So she's sitting there and sitting on my lap, and she's just playing on my watch, and she was like, "This has so many buttons on it." I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Looks like something my dad would wear." I'm like, "Could you fucking I can't
Make
win
it any more obvious?
I can't win in these places." Like,
No, that's a good thing. If it's something that her dad would wear, that means she wants to have sex with you.
yeah, maybe
go get
that
a
wasn't the impression I was getting.
No, it
was.
is.
I don't know.
They're all
Blowjob with a condom on.
They got
Our running.
You're looking at covered BJs right now. CBJs.
We talked about this in the last episode. I had a stripper in Indianapolis. She was like, she was giving me a lap dance, and she was like, for $200, I'll suck your dick. And I was like,
Okay.
I'm like, okay, you got bouncers out there who I had just seen kick somebody out, and there's a camera in here. I'm like, I don't think this is gonna go well. I'm like, no, I'm good. She's like, well, you got the fucking camera right here. I wasn't gonna say yes anyways. I'm not gonna pay $200 for a blowjob. Then she's like, I mean, I'll suck your dick by the dumpster. And I was like, why would I want to fucking...
Oh.
I mean, but it was still the same price. $200 dumpster blowjob?
Yeah.
That's not worth it. Come on.
Cut me off a little off the top now. 160.
I mean, got a blanket in your backpack?
She was like,
look, dude, look, I'm not going to lie. While you were telling that story, I said yes to both of the things you said no to. So I'm way back here.
And you're like, wait, you've never been, neither of you guys been with
I'm
hookers?
getting blowjobs from homeless prostitutes in empty buildings, man. Dumpsters are great for me. Like, at least there's some light, dude.
You don't know if she was homeless. Maybe that was her home, and she just hadn't furnished it yet. She had a few more dudes to bang before she could, take an IKEA trip.
Afford appliances and lighting.
Oh, there wasn't even appliances, huh? Like fridge, stove.
No,
anything?
there was a stove, I think.
What more do you need?
Gas oven, baby. If everything goes south, I can just put my head right in that motherfucker.
It's like urban camping.
Running water.
Dude, it was. That's what actually exactly how I would describe it. She had like a backpacker backpack.
Oh, so she
Traveling.
I'm telling you, man, I was like, after this, I was positive for weeks that this was a homeless prostitute or something. She was hot though. That's what none of it made any sense, man. It didn't make any sense. It's easily the weirdest story I think I have. It's the weirdest story. I'm pretty sure I saw her like a couple months later in that same area walking. So it might have actually been her house. It might have been a girl that just moved to town.
And she was like, yeah, I'll fuck this guy.
So, yeah, but that's
not a girl you want to be around, be
that's not a
associated
girl I
with.
want her lips on my penis. Bare.
Yeah. It's like my grandma used to say, where do you think those lifts have been?
Your grandma would say that?
No. My grandma doesn't even like it when I say crotch. She's very religious. When I told her, yes.
Crotch is a naughty word.
In fact,
Does she watch this podcast?
No, I was just gonna say for years she's been like, I would love to watch sometime, but I'm afraid, your language is gonna be too vulgar, and I'm just like, yeah, don't watch it. And then so every like Christmas and everything, she'd be like, can I watch the show yet? Have you cleaned it up? I'm like, nope, I have not, and it's not gonna get.
Grandma, come on.
Her name's Mona, if that gives you an idea. Yeah, Grandma Mona. She's a sweetheart.
My mom watches all my stuff, and I think she's disappointed in herself. I'm just kidding.
My mom watches my stuff.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
think she's disappointed in me.
No, my mom knows that the whole Gary Bobby thing is a shtick. Like, I'm not actually that fucked up. It's insane. Have you guys watched it?
Yeah,
it's fucking chaos. Dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's all
Which
a
is
whole
great.
thing.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Dude, the one thing I did do that I was like, that was really fucking dumb. I put a nail gun to my head because I thought the fucking
Pneumatic
air compressor was off.
Oh no!
It was not.
Oh, I was just gonna ask if it was battery
I
or
regret
pneumatic.
saying this already, but I'm already in it. But
Oh god!
I'm already in the story, so I gotta finish it. But I put the nail gun in my head, and I was like, I'm gonna do it, like joking around because it was a shtick.
Yeah.
I thought I had turned it off. I put it on the table, pulled the fucking trigger, and a nail went through the fucking table. And me and Bob were both like,
Oh my god!
oh fuck.
You're like, all right, let's reel it back.
Yeah, no.
little
After
bit.
that happened, I was also tripping balls on mushrooms. After that, I was like, okay, no more mushroom pods, no more aiming nail guns at my head.
Yeah.
Like,
This is
we're
like
gonna-
No more power tools.
could have been a real Happy Gilmore situation,
Yeah.
except for fucking. Hey, shooter!
I have that shirt, by the way. Guns don't kill people.
Really?
I have that shirt. Yeah, it's a lot more orange.
in real life.
Yeah.
Not as faded.
It's too orange. Yeah, I need to lay it out in the sun for a couple of months.
I hate to do this, but I'm gonna let you gentlemen take over. I gotta piss. I normally don't break to pee on podcast. I'll grab you another beer.
Just gotta do it.
I normally don't have to, but here I go. I'll get you a refill.
Sweet. Thank you. Real professional this guy is. Huh?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, dude.
Everything's shorter than
You can't hold. I've pissed. Have you pissed during one of your podcasts before, like in a bottle?
No, but that'd be kind of funny. I should do that. I'll steal that idea.
I did. I had to use. It was two 2 Coors Banquet mini bottles I had
Yeah.
to use. Yeah.
Dude,
It was a lot of piss.
Well, the reason I don't have to do that is because our show is live for 2 hours, and halfway through it we do an intermission.
Oh, okay. That's
So
nice.
we have a piss. We set it up so we have a piss break.
That's nice.
Yeah. There would be. If we didn't have an intermission, we'd be like 2 on, grinding it out the whole time. I think it gives us like a little relief.
A little time to reset, regroup.
Pretty much, yeah. And then the way we do it is we start out with more news-based stuff, like radio show, Howard Stern style. We roll and like whatever shtick we have for the week and all the crazy shit, and then we do an intermission, and we roll the commercials that we have recorded for our sponsors, and then the segment. We come back, and then the segment we have if there's a segment for the week with the guest, we do the segment, or with Maddie or whoever. And then we move into the second half of the show, which is with the guest, if there is one, and we bring Maddie on because she's the sex appeal. And that brings us a lot of views because people are just that fucking...
Just want to see.
That's him for us.
Yeah.
He lost like 75 pounds.
I used to be pretty fat.
And I wonder if I can find this picture on our drive. I think I can because you got to see this. It's he looks like a fat lesbian art teacher in this picture.
Do we have it on?
I'm almost 100% sure we do. Well, this fucking table doesn't like this mouse. God damn it. Fucking technology. I need my glasses. I can't see anything.
I don't know what you would have labeled it as.
I would have put it in our pictures, but I can't read where it says pictures. We need a bigger TV, or I need to start wearing my fucking glasses.
It doesn't come up. It doesn't come up on there.
No,
Oh,
I have it on a separate screen. It would be probably smarter. What does that say?
Says photos.
Oh, here we go.
That's
Nope.
not it.
it says old photos right there.
Oh,
To the right there.
Well, I mean, you could bring up the one of me as the caddy.
oh yeah.
I mean, there's worse pictures, but
Yeah, this is a good one. Yeah, I was Happy Gilmore, and he was the homeless caddy. That was before I had a mustache and a mullet.
That's a thick beard, dude.
oh, it used to be like
grizzly,
halfway down
yeah.
to my chest.
Yeah, it used to be.
Looks like a Jim Morrison beard.
This was actually the night that I got roofied by that
It
stripper in
was.
Detroit. That was right before we went out.
White girl wasted.
And then I
you
got
took
roofied.
that all the way to the extreme.
Yeah. And then I ended up laying in the front lawn of the Renaissance Center in downtown Detroit. That was pretty cool. Oh my God, it's fucking. There we go.
I don't think it's on there.
I don't think it. I thought I put it on there, but whatever.
Yeah.
You guys ever do pods live?
So
Yeah.
we used to do it back in the day in our old studio. We had a much bigger studio before, and but we had a lot more time to put it together, and it was this big thing. But we used to do every episode on like Facebook Live, basically, and we got away from that for a while when I was working on the road and we were doing podcasts remotely. We had to get real creative with how to do it.
Right.
But we're actually,
At least you stuck it out.
yeah.
That's important.
Yeah.
And so we're going to do one like probably once a month or once every other month. So like we have one we're doing January 21st.
January 21st.
Yeah. We're just going to stream it live on like Facebook and YouTube. And then, we have pre-filmed stuff for it. And then also, we're going to have like some giveaways and stuff and like people calling in and shit, like a bunch of random stuff. But yeah, we're going to do it less frequently. Make it more of a special
video
thing.
switcher?
I know that's.
Yeah.
I kind of want to pick your brain on some of that stuff eventually.
I always give free game to people. You just need to get a video switcher.
Because right now I have this little mini laptop or not
Yeah,
laptop,
I mean,
but
that shit
keyboard
works
that just
too.
goes to 1 and 2.
Video switcher just means you can plug all the cameras into it and
Yeah.
run. It basically operates as a webcam, and you can just switch between multiple cameras angles. But it's easier for switching things live.
Yeah.
Basically, I do pre-records sometimes too, and I just do, I edit
And
those
then-
in post.
Okay.
Yeah, and just slap it all
Throw 'em
together.
up.
That's kind of just depends what the vibe is for what you're doing. Like I personally like doing things live way better.
Yeah.
I don't really know
You get
why.
feedback too.
We have a chat that pops up and shit like that. I can't see that actually in our studio.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to.
That's
It's distracting.
Yeah.
It's distracting. I used to read off the comments, and then people would say, like one time we were talking about something political. A bunch of black guys. Well, I would assume they were black guys because the way they were talking. Said, kill yourself, whitey. Stuff like that. It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. But it was very distracting. Well, no, it was funny. I went back and watched it, and I was like, that's hilarious. Like, I'm just getting death threats during my live stream, and I'm like, oh, okay. That's not good.
So I've got a funny story about the last time that we did a live show, and this is kind of why we stopped for a while, and then eventually, not why we stopped.
Also, really quickly, sorry.
Yeah.
Part of me thought it actually might have been like some of my friends
fucking with you.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, because that's the kind of bullshit they would do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Our friends used to fuck with us all the time on ours too. So the last time that we went live was while we were still doing it remotely. And so it was like the first time we had tried to go live since we were doing it remotely. We had the audio portion figured out. Basically, like, we would each be recording into a microphone on each end. And then we would be over, like, some kind of video chat.
Like Zoom.
And we would, and then
Skype.
we would have like
it was before Zoom even was a.
Yeah.
I don't even remember. It was
You
Switcher Studio.
Yeah, well, if you use like an NDI source, you just use Skype, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what you were using? Like
We
a
were
video
using
conference?
Discord. We tried Skype. We tried a few other ones. Basically, like, and then we'd have to do like a sync clap at the beginning to sync the audio on the audio track. So then he would send me his audio file, and I would line them up and shit. So the audio sounded good, but the video was hard to do
because of the internet connection,
right? And I was usually in the middle of
fire.
nowhere. So we tried to go live this one time, and at the time, I've told this story on the podcast kind of recently, but I was just with this girl, and I was working on the road, and I had been cheating on her for a long time, and which, not proud of that, but whatever. And she had just found out, like, I was talking to this new girl who I was really interested in, and the other girl had found out that I had been cheating on her, but didn't know about the new girl yet. And so her and her friends were raising all kinds of hell. And when we tried to go live for the first time, and all of a sudden our fucking feed is just getting blown up with all these chicks like, he's a fucking cheating piece of shit. And mind you, the new girl doesn't know anything about this. And I ended up dating her for a long time. She found out down the road, and it wasn't good. But so we're in a live thing, and I'm just on the other end trying to go through and delete all these comments. He's giving me looks like, what the fuck is happening? Because he didn't even know. He didn't know at the time.
No, I saw it.
Well, but you saw it, but you didn't know about, like, the situation yet.
I didn't know how deep it got. I mean, I saw some of the comments, but I'm trying to keep the thing fucking just together. And then meanwhile, all that's going on, I can't have a conversation because you're not engaged at all.
I'm just trying to delete comments and block people and fucking.
And I'm like, what? I think we got like 20 minutes in, and I was just like, fuck this.
We just
shut it down.
We pulled the plug.
Something similar to that happened to me because this chick I knew from high school flew out to Austin. This was right before I started dating my now ex-girlfriend. She flew out to hang out, and I just didn't want to end up hooking up with her, dude. Like, we hooked up a little bit, and I was like, this ain't for me. I wasn't feeling it. I used to be the kind of guy that I had no standards, and I would just fuck anything. And I would actually feel bad sometimes for a girl if we were going to hook up, and then I would change my mind. I felt like I would hurt their pride or something. So, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to make people feel bad.
Yeah.
I'm actually a nice
You're
person,
a gentleman.
believe it or not. But I've realized that over time that shit ain't good for anybody.
No,
it's not.
It's not.
You just got to be honest, dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
And anyways, I didn't want to bang her, and she ended up freaking out. And my now ex-girlfriend was in bed with me, and we were fucking banging, and then we passed out, and that girl was passed out drunk on the floor, and then she tried to kick my door down, and the whole fucking thing. That's how I ended up dating this stripper, dude.
Oh shit.
And I didn't want to date her because I was like, well, she's a stripper, and all my buddies were like, dude, we know you, man. You're gonna fall in love with this girl, and it's gonna not like be good for you emotionally. So I fell in love with her. It was not good for me emotionally. You know what I mean? But yeah, the point was she got pissed. She freaked out. Anyways, I'm doing a live stream a week later in my living room because the studio was under renovation. And I just start getting all these fucking chats on the screen. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, how immature can you be? We weren't dating. I didn't cheat on you. You were so mad about something that you couldn't let it go, that you had to bring it into my business. Yep. Fuck you. You know what I mean?
You're like Dave Portnoy, basically.
And then I told her that, I was like, hey, I just wanted to reach out because I am like, I care about people, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, I want to reach out and make sure that we're like all cool and everything. And she sent me this big thing, and I was like, okay, cool, but I want to make sure that you understand that this is not a one-sided thing. Like, it might have been shitty of me to change my mind, I guess. Even though I did give her like sort of forewarned her before she came out, I was like, this might actually not be a good idea, but I did tell her, I was like, it's a two-way thing, and she just didn't want to accept responsibility at all.
Yeah.
Because that's how women are, man.
I was just going to say, isn't that the worst? Like, you went into that trying to do the right thing, and then she fucking flipped it all on you.
No good deed goes unpunished.
Yep.
That is one of the most true things I've ever heard in my fucking life, dude. Seriously.
Yep.
It really is. It's fucked up, but it's true. Yeah. Like, every time I try to help somebody, it actually might help them. But it takes another little fucking piece of my soul out, man. Yeah. Every time.
Yeah. It's fucking...
People don't... I don't know. I want to make blanket statements and say people just don't give a fuck about anybody but themselves. But that's not true.
That's not true.
It's not. But there are people like that. And those are usually the people that need the help.
Exactly. I was just going to say, they're the ones that need the help the most. And then people like us, like where you want to help people and you want to do nice shit, you get fucking roped into that, and then it doesn't turn out good.
It's the fucking...
Then you get shit on.
It's the paradox of the dynamic of a relationship.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's like a big squeeze on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's
getting
deep on the Stepbrothers podcast.
Yeah. You were talking about how you cheated on your ex or whatever. Dude, I will never cheat on another woman ever as long as I live. Because
I won't ever again.
I had a really, really fucked up situation happen with my baby mama. I'm not going to get into too specific details, but she had an affair with a friend of mine from when I was my childhood friend. I knew this guy for like 20 years. And I took care of things, let me put it that way, without incriminating myself. Mm-hmm. But that shit happened, and I figured it out pretty quickly, and I just watched it sort of like happen over a long period of time. Anyways, it fucking fucked me up, man.
Yeah.
And I didn't. I had cheated on her before, and I had, always been like I was never like, yeah, I want to have a girlfriend, kind of thing. But I would be like sort of exclusive with chicks, but not like officially. But then I would still kind of want to fuck with other girls. I would always leave things real loose so that I never really felt like I was in the wrong, which is fucked up too.
You sound literally. Does he sound exactly like me for the longest time? Yeah.
Well, I learned things the hard way, but I will say that I do learn things. And what I learned was that you just got to be straight up with people. Like, you don't want to leave. You don't want to fucking leave a relationship with nothing ever. You don't want to just walk out on somebody. That's really fucked up too.
Yeah.
That's honestly. That's second to cheating, really. Yeah. Anyways, the whole point I was making was just that I had a really bad experience with that, and I had to handle a bunch of shit like a fucking man, might I add, big time, seriously. But yeah, I just like you're telling that story, and I'm just like, that woman probably has the right to be fucking mad.
I never.
Absolutely.
And the only reason I didn't add that in is because I've told this on the podcast before, and I went into much greater detail. Right. Yeah, no. She had every right to. It was just the situation, and I was also kind of at a pivotal point, going from that kind of shit, being a fucking shithead, to getting my shit together.
How old were you when that happened?
24.
Yeah, I was like 20, 21, 22, 21, 22.
And then, like you said, eventually you have that shift where you're like...
Well, when it happens to you, It sucks.
Yeah.
That being said, even if it wouldn't have happened to me, I think I would have figured it out eventually. It was a very immature thing that I was doing. I was partying a lot in college, you know?
Yeah.
That's when I was doing the cheating. I was just partying all the time. I didn't realize that profound consequences that my actions can have on other people's emotions.
Oh, yeah.
And once you realize that how much you can affect somebody else, then your emotions
Then
grow,
you're like, fuck.
and then you can get fucked. That's what happens.
Yep.
Mine wasn't college. I didn't go to college, but it was my first time. Like
College is a waste of fucking time.
mine was like the first time I was working on wind farms, and I was traveling the country, just in a new state.
That has got to be the absolute weirdest way to start a cheating story. So listen,
Yeah.
I'm working on this wind farm.
Listen,
Chasing wind.
Listen, we're doing great things for the environment. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, but no, like it was the first time I had been out of the state, really, like, and was able to travel a shitload. So I was just out in the fucking world, moving to a new state every 3 months, you know, to go to another job and shit, all over the fucking country. So
And still young.
and still young,
You know what
and
I
retarded.
mean?
Yeah,
Like, yeah. Out of
So-
a small town
yeah, exactly. So you know that was
on your
kind of-
own.
Yeah, I lived out of a big ass fifth wheel for a year and a half.
Yeah, you do. You have a podcast where you do something that looks similar out of a trailer.
Oh, fifth
Is it
wheel?
like a fifth wheel camper, big ass camper, like a
Oh.
triple axle toy hauler camper.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha,
The
gotcha.
trailer, yeah.
Yeah,
I never heard that term.
really.
Yeah, never.
Like it's got
I
like
just call them like RVs or campers.
no, yeah. Well,
Anyways,
but it's like
sorry.
the gooseneck style of camper. You know what I mean? But not a bumper. It doesn't hook up to the bumper hitch. It hooks up in the bed.
Inside the
Yeah.
bed of the
Right,
truck.
right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. You do a show in
The talent trailer.
Yes.
Yeah, we
that's
do
right.
that. We recorded a bunch of shit last night. We did some 6th Street interviews. Sorry, I keep kicking the table.
That's okay.
We should have locked the wheel.
Yeah, we didn't lock the wheels on that side. I saw on your story you guys recording.
Yeah, we
6
did.
Street interviews.
We did one 2 days ago with Ben Bankus. We did one with Michael Cargill and Leonardo Joni. Michael Cargill owns Central Texas Gunworks.
Okay.
And
fuck yeah.
we recorded We're prepping for something big at Sunset that I can't talk about, but it's going to be fucking huge with some big names. And then we got the 6th Street interviews with Bill Dawes. So it's a fuckload of editing, and I'm a little bit stressed about it, but they treat me right. They pay me well. Adam Hartle is the guy that does it. Adam Hartle. Check him out on Instagram. He's totally shadow banned. You have to type out his entire
Damn.
The fuck?
dog. You know how it is. If you
Yeah.
say one thing they don't like, you're done.
You're
Yep.
It's crazy how the left wing politics, the socialist fucking losers, like, dude, it's pathetic.
those fucking pussies.
Well, there's people that are socialists that are good dudes, but a lot of them now are these people who are like, no censorship, while they're censoring.
While they're
people.
censoring
Yeah.
Makes no,
everything.
they are literally, dude, these modern day left wing socialists are the exact same thing as evangelical Christians 50 years ago. There's very little difference. Like they don't want to accept other people's fucking whatever. Anyway, so Adam Hartle is the guy that runs the Sunset, and Anthony Hashem runs Sunset Strip Comedy Club, and we got some big stuff coming up that we're gonna be like digital, like stuff that's a digital presence, video stuff.
Yep.
And the Talent Trailer podcast is fucking awesome. We're still kind of getting that curated. We've only done 10 of them.
Okay.
And you guys obviously know how long it takes to really develop a good podcast.
Yeah.
We still talk over each other sometimes and stuff like that because we all got a lot to say.
Yeah, it's hard to reel it in at first and kind of.
Well, it's a lot of it has to do with the dynamic between the producer and the host, the main host, which is what the vibe I get from you two.
Yeah.
He's more of the producer, you're more of the host.
I just talk a lot and I'm obnoxious.
That's
Yeah.
that's good. Though. But the problem with me and Adam is that I'm obnoxious and I talk a lot, and Adam's not obnoxious, but he also talks a lot. So I need to, like, it's usually on me. Like, the producer needs to shut his mouth a little bit more. So I need to fucking reel myself.
That's how I feel with him a lot of the time. I'm like, I just need to shut up and let fucking Scott get a word in. I was just thinking that 30 seconds ago.
You don't even need to worry about it though, dude. Because if your guys' fucking mojo flows that way, then just let it be.
Yeah.
You know, you could have a producer that's like young Jamie that doesn't say shit like ever.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Know? It's whatever feels more natural. Because the more natural it's going to be, the better the content is going to be. The better the conversation is, the better the content that people want to digest. That, you know what I mean? Whether it's informational or entertaining or whatever. Anyways, yeah, we're still like working out the kinks, but it's blowing up pretty quickly. We got shouted out by some conservative meme pages, and we just picked up like 5K followers off the bat. It was fucking crazy.
That's nuts.
I was like, well, this is meant to be a thing.
Yeah.
This is not normal, the way that just happened like that.
How many podcasts are under
Faust
TV, you know? Because I don't know. I see a lot of them. I don't
There's
know
gotta be
all
close
of them.
to 10, maybe more. Dude, I work every day, all day long.
Yeah.
And I don't really make that much money.
Right.
Like my mom does. You know? But I for the most part, I'm working, and I just get to do cool shit for a living and not really have much expenses.
Yeah.
But it'll get there one day.
Yeah.
You know, like
you just got to grind it out long enough, and eventually. I mean, that's been us for fucking however long. Just realize that it's going to be, you know, out of our pockets for a long time, and it's going to be a lot of headache and a lot of personal.
Well, how many
investment.
episodes have you guys done?
This is 142. Yeah.
That's pretty fucking good. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a little behind when, you know, we had to do everything remotely.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that was just time difference, and
those weren't as good, because I mean there were still some good episodes.
You can't replicate the in person. It's not possible.
And then when you would, you know, when you would come back home and we would do it, like, there was a noticeable difference between like the energy of the show.
Sure.
And you have a lot of comics on that I guess host their shows, and
dogs. It was only a matter of time.
I know. Every now and again you catch them. You probably won't even hear on the recording. You have a bunch of comics that have their, I guess you consider hosting their show on you're under your name, basically. You're giving them the studio. We got
comics. We've got obviously Bobby's a musician. We've got people that are just artists. The ATX Artist Social is an example of that. That's another like relatively new video. It's a podcast that's been around, but the video aspect of it is new. Dean Stanfield. There's a bunch of different people. It's some people are just like my friends, and people who just want to do a podcast.
Yeah.
That's the whole kind of the whole cut of the Faust TV is that it's anybody. I don't give a fuck. It could be somebody that, unless they're like, you know, I want to kill you or something. But it could be some, you know, super liberal left wing person. I don't give a fuck, dude. I don't care. Anybody can just go in there and say whatever they want. That's the whole premise of what I'm trying to do, is basically have a network of podcasts that's community driven and is free speech, essentially.
That was beautiful. Well said.
That was beautiful.
America, yeah.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for saying.
I don't have COVID. I'm just coughing every about 5 minutes for another reason.
I wouldn't care if you had COVID.
I'm a heavy smoker. I'm trying to quit, but you know, when you're going through fucking emotional stuff and breakups and shit and working all the time, you're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna smoke 10 times more cigarettes.
I quit dipping I quit every nicotine period for months and months and months, and then when I got dumped, it was like, here we go.
Yeah, I fucking I quit drinking for 3 weeks as a detox. Not that I don't have like a drinking problem, but I get a little too fucked up sometimes. I quit drinking for 3 weeks just to detox, and mainly because I was taking a bunch of pain pills, and you can't do that together. Because I had sciatic pain that was running down my leg when we were in Mexico, and so I bought some Mexican painkillers. And
I actually think we wanted to talk to you about that because he has we heard you talking about that before, and
Yeah.
he's got a very fucked up similar situation.
what, you have nerve pain?
It's
So I tore my Achilles in July 2019, and then while at physical therapy.
You talking about the heel?
Yeah, this one.
yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Damn.
Slow pitch softball, second base. What's up?
Holy shit.
That's not even the crazy part yet. I'm at physical therapy working on this, and it was on my 30th birthday. First thing in the morning, we were doing these hops and ruptured a disc in my back.
So
then
wait,
they
you want me to give you the rest of the painkillers?
Yes, please. I'm good now, but
it's
fuck.
just tramadol.
Pain pills are
it's not an
awful.
opiate. It's opioid.
Yeah,
I would never take opiates. Ever.
No, it's scary.
I'm from Dayton, Ohio, dude.
Yeah, you're from the Midwest. You know what that does.
Yeah, they're fucking. I was 15. My first friend died from an OD.
Fuck.
Yeah, I've had like probably close to 20.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude, Dayton was the epicenter. It had the most deaths per capita in the entire country when I was growing up.
It's scary shit because
I look. I have a pretty callous perspective on it. I actually am very grateful I grew up in a place like that because when people die, I'm okay with it. When strippers leave me, I'm sad. Very sad when that happens.
Gary's sad.
Yeah, dude. I mean, death is an inevitability.
A stripper leaving you isn't.
You can always win her back, dude. Come on. I know. I got you guys in my corner. Come on, man.
What would you
Got
say
it,
to her?
man.
What would you say to her?
What would I say to her?
Like if she was listening to this, what would you say to her to win her back?
I'm just gonna tell her tomorrow when I go out for lunch. No, I'm gonna try something new, man. It's hard for me to do this kind of shit because when I'm falling in love with somebody, I really love them. But I'm gonna try to be friends with her. That's my new thing. I'm just trying to be like, hey, we can just be friends. Just don't ever fucking look at any dude in front of me ever.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
yeah.
It's not gonna work.
No.
You guys noticed how it's already not working.
Yeah.
Yeah, but dude, Dayton was fucked up, man. A lot of drug overdoses, like drunk driving accidents. Like I've had a lot of fucking friends die, and dude, I was in a what do you call those fucking people? They're like counselors or therapists or whatever.
Sponsors.
Fuck you, dude. I was in a therapist's office one time talking to this lady, and she was like 55 years old. This was back in Santa Barbara, and I was just like all going through a litany of different things. I was probably 21 or 22 at the time. And I was going through this laundry list of shit that has happened to me in my life, and the lady's just like looking at me like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" She's a therapist.
You know it's bad when a therapist is like,
It's like I don't even. They did not teach me this.
she's like, I'm not qualified for
You know what
this.
she fucking said to me? It pissed me off, dude. She goes, "Well, sounds like you're hanging out with the wrong people because I'm 55 and I don't even know that many dead people."
Oh,
And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me,
You
dude?
didn't pay her, did you?
You'd think fuck no." It was through a free consultation.
Oh.
But I was like, you think I chose where I grew up
Yeah.
to watch people fucking like dying left and right? Fuck you, bitch.
She sounds like
That's what a therapist should not do.
She sounds like the court-appointed attorney of the
It's a public
therapist-
defender.
Yeah,
Yeah.
public defender of the therapist world.
They show up with Rudy Giuliani block shoes, and you're like, I'm going to prison. I'm not even here on trial. I'm in the audience. I'm going to prison.
Those are my favorite memes ever. When it'd be like a dude. I saw one the other day. It was like this lawyer. He was this picture of under the desk, and she had her shoes off and had these disgusting feet. And he's like, "I'm fucking going to prison."
Dude, fucking. I've had public defenders multiple times, and every time I have one, I have to plead down, and it's like not a good deal. I've defended myself in court twice. Once for fighting, I beat this Indian kid up. And once for a speeding ticket, like 2 days ago, I beat both cases when I defended myself.
Oh yeah.
I will never use a public defender again.
Oh, the speeding one was in Houston, right?
Yeah,
I saw
dude,
you went there.
I drove out there, and I don't even want to tell the story because it's stupid, but
But you beat traffic court.
yeah, dude, I showed up and the guy, like, they had already clearly looked over the information and decided it was bullshit because the guy said, Gary Faust. I walked up and he goes, "This is dismissed." I just said, "Thank you, Your Honor." Walked out the door. It literally was like a 2-second conversation.
For a 3-hour drive or whatever.
Yeah, but dude, I'm dangerously close to losing my license. I can't fucking get any more points.
Yeah.
So, because I drive fast, like real fast. Excuse me. I did not do it. We were driving back from Skankfest, and Bob and I got pulled over, and
was it DPS?
Dude, it was like an undercover fucing state highway state patrol or whatever.
Yeah, DPS, whatever.
Oh
like
yeah, that's
Texas
what it is in
DPS.
Texas.
Yeah,
Right. It's different than
Yeah.
Ohio. I still haven't gotten
State
used
troopers.
to how they do that. Yeah.
They gave me my first speeding ticket of my life.
I've had a lot of speeding tickets, and I'll always like own up to it if I actually did it.
Right.
I was in the right lane. I was in the slow lane.
Were they heading the opposite direction across the
median?
median?
Following me in an undercover car.
Oh.
And when he put the lights on, I could barely even tell because it was like those really thin ones that are like a strip off the top across the car. And lights go on, and he's like opens his window and he's pointing for me to pull over to the left. So I had to cross all the traffic. Yeah, dude, this guy was a retard. And we get pulled over, and I'm like immediately just like I was like, "What the fuck's your problem, man? I'm not speeding. I'm not doing anything wrong." And he's like, "Yeah, you were. I was following you for 2 miles." And I was like, "Oh my God. Okay, fuck you, suck my dick. Follow me for 2 miles?"
Yeah.
Do you remember his
Why
name?
didn't you pull me over earlier, you cocksucker?
Yeah, that's a good like.
So I started arguing with the cop.
which is always good.
And he's like, "Well, you gonna sign this?" And I was like, "Fuck no." And he walks away back to the car, and Bob's like, "Dude, I got acid in my pocket."
She's like, "Shut the fuck up, Gary."
So when the cop came back, I was like, "How you doing, officer?"
Thank you, sir.
Sorry
Yes.
for my attitude.
Sorry.
That's actually funny. We got him here right now. If you want to come in here, officer.
Yeah, dude, when I went to court and I didn't see the officer in the room, I was like, I'm golden.
I guess it's good. Yeah.
Normally, what you want to do to avoid a speeding ticket, though, is request a trial by jury, especially during COVID. They're not.
They're not going to waste their time.
If you have a speeding ticket in Austin and you're only driving fucking 30 minutes to go to it, get a trial by jury. Don't fucking
shit.
cop up to it.
That just reminded me. I have a fucking parking ticket I gotta pay from the city of Austin.
You know, I've had a lot of those too, and don't ever pay for parking. Just keep getting the parking tickets. They don't put points on your license, and at the end of the day, when it builds up over time, you're still spending way less money than paying for parking. I haven't paid for I have not. When the pandemic started, I have not paid for parking since it started in 2 years. And I've gotten 3 speeding tickets. I've probably paid like $90. I mean parking tickets.
Now,
seriously, I'm not kidding. I'd never pay for parking anywhere.
Now, what about tolls?
I forget and drive onto those sometimes.
Yeah, I just got a bill because unfortunately we're right on the fucking
Toll road?
yeah.
Which one is that right there?
130.
130.
Yeah, I just got my first toll bill in the mail today. Actually,
How long have you guys lived here?
end of October.
3 months.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was when you said September. I thought you meant
thinking
last
year.
No.
Oh, no.
That was this year. We were visiting here this year.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, dude, Austin is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
I
I
don't
first
think
moved here, I fucking hated it because I was living with my fucking ex-girlfriend. Fucking 6 years ago, dude. I lived with my baby mama at the time. Obviously, she wasn't, and she's got. I think she's got some kind of mental problem. I'm being dead
I know,
serious.
but it's just funny.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to handle it. I don't know what to think about any of it. She doesn't let me see my son. She didn't let me sign the birth certificate.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
I have a paternity test that says it's a 99.9% chance it's my kid.
Strong chance.
Like, Pretty
That's
strong.
bullshit.
Strong chance.
You're trying to do the right thing. You didn't even.
Always.
You didn't even
Dude,
go,
I am somebody that I'm guided by a moral compass.
and you didn't
for
even go to the
sure.
store for smokes or anything. You're in it.
No, dude, I didn't go to the store for smokes. when my son was born, I did have one in my entire life with my son. I had one moment of weakness where her and I got in an argument, and this is a black mark on my fathering record, but it's the only one I have. She lives with her parents, and son's just born, brand new, in the crib. I'm laying in her bed with her. She starts bitching at me about something. Long story short, I fucking was like, I can't do this. Like, I'm like arguing with this woman at 2 a.m. quietly, like, while we're laying in her bed. My son's in a crib. He's like a week old. The fucking parents are sleeping in the other room, and she's fucking acting like a psycho. And I like fucking left, dude. I went to the beach. I was like, I can't fucking do this shit. I don't want to do this in front of my son. I don't want to do this in front of your family. It was just bad. I left, walked to the beach. And fucking like, I don't remember exactly like how it went, but I basically was like on the beach drinking whiskey, and my buddy met up with me. It's like 2 a.m., dude.
Yeah.
It was in the middle of the night. And I'm just like, dude, what do I do about this? You know, and of course he gave me like the worst fucking advice ever.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, fuck them.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah, fuck that family.
I called the wrong dude. Like, this guy's an idiot. I'm not gonna fucking leave my kid. Like,
Yeah.
that wasn't, you know what I mean? But I did step out and took that moment to myself, and then I think I slept on the beach or something. I don't fucking even know how it ended, but I went back, and I was I even told my son, even though he's a week old, I was like, I'm never gonna do that again. I had a weak moment, dude. You know, it was parenting was brand new to me.
Oh yeah.
The mom is a fucking psycho. I try to do the right thing. I mean, I don't always do it. Nobody can. It's not
Right.
fucking possible.
Hey, at least you came back though.
It's a lot about intent, dude. Like, if you're trying to do the right thing, that's what I think that's what matters. I mean,
I wish my dad would have just went to the beach instead.
Yeah.
He would have
you
came
don't
back.
have a dad?
No, I have a dad. It's we were out of contact for a long time. So
My dad's a psychopath, dude.
really,
Oh yeah, he's a good guy though. Weirdly, it's a weird paradox. He's covered like head to toe in tattoos, and he's a lunatic. But I think he's always tried to be a good dad. You know, he made a lot of mistakes and shit, but he is a good guy, and he's fun to drink with. Seriously, he's actually a good dude. He means well. I don't know, man. I don't want to speak ill on my grandpa, but I don't know if he really had much of a fucking father to like model his fathering off of. And my grandmother's been married 6 times.
damn.
Yeah, dude. So like my dad didn't have much of a fucking parental unit to fucking guide him.
Yeah.
So he pieced together what he could. I don't think he did a very good job with me. With my brother, I think he did a little bit better. Granted, my brother's like a lot more of a composed person, I guess you would say. But you know, that shit drops down generation to generation. You know, like if you had issues with your pops or whatever, then you know you're gonna have some issues with your kid. But you will work it out. It just takes time. You gotta always make sure that you're trying to do the right fucking thing. And it helps when you have the mother is supportive of a relationship between the son and the father. Mine's not at all.
Right.
I haven't even FaceTimed my son in 3.5 months. She won't let me for no reason. I mean, what the fuck, you know? So
Which is ridiculous.
yeah, but that's life though, dude. Like what am I gonna do about it? I got a lawyer. I'm doing things I think the right way. You know, I don't have any other recourse. That's what I'm saying when I say that earlier I was talking about the justice system is totally in favor of the women. The mothers, I should say.
Yeah.
Like, if you're a mother and you don't have custody of your kid,
Yeah, you fucked up.
you're a
You're a
piece
piece of shit. You're
Yeah.
garbage.
My little sister's mom doesn't have any custody. I have a half sister,
Okay.
and my dad's crazy, and he has full custody. And I'm like, damn,
Your mom must have really fucked up.
pops, why did you stick your dick in that crazy shit, dude?
How old's your sister? Not
9.
9.
Yeah, she's my half sister.
We have our sister's about to be 14.
So which sister? How's it? What's the connection?
It's a half. It's
Yeah.
the product of my father and his mom.
Yeah.
Well, that's a cool dynamic, actually. Kind of a cool family dynamic.
It's something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have we've been I don't know when the fuck did we become stepbrothers? When I was
20
like
some
4
years
or
ago.
5, yeah.
Yeah. 20
then
years ago.
Your whole life, basically.
Yeah.
Our whole life.
And then eventually we have a 20-year-old half brother and a 14-year-old half sister.
So you guys can rely on each other and shit.
Oh,
we
yeah.
are definitely, we're us four are like super
Must be
tight.
fucking nice.
Yeah. But outside of that, I wouldn't say it's like the tightest group and
Yeah.
tight
Like we're flying
family,
for Christmas, we bought our siblings plane tickets to fly here. They'll be here at the end of the
Fly
month.
here, okay,
Yeah.
word.
So if that, So, but only our brother and sister.
It'll be the first time really, because I mean, there's a 17.
My step family fucked me over, and I will never forgive them. That's how I feel about that.
We get it.
Yeah, we get it.
We get it.
We got it.
We got a show named after this.
Yeah, I have a brother though. My brother's cool, man. We got in a lot of fights growing up, and when I say we got in a lot of fights, I mean I used to just like beat the shit out of him, dude.
He used to beat the shit out of me.
And then what? You got tougher than him, basically.
Yeah, we stopped. 'Cause
Oh.
We just
My
became-
brother just got bigger and meaner.
We just
And
became
I was like, all right, fucking do a good job.
fair enough.
I created this.
Yeah.
We just became cool. Once I got older and he was, just getting out of college is kind of when it really started. I was about to graduate high school, or I was probably like right around when I graduated high school. He was getting out of college. And
That's
then-
when my brother and I started like kind of being more friendly with each other, was when he went to college, because I was like a hoodlum, juvenile delinquent. My brother was a relatively good kid, kind of dorky and nerdy, and then he went to college and started drinking. And he was like, this is what it is.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah,
I get it now.
He was like, there's like a whole other realm to life here,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that he didn't know about. And, but my brother and I are tight now. I haven't gotten in a fucking argument with him in years, dude. And we used to like not like each other at all.
Yeah.
Probably more so on my end because I was an asshole. But yeah, and then I got another little brother, dude. He's my black brother.
Nice.
Yeah, I got so that's, dude, I have a pretty like racial sense of humor.
Yeah.
Because when I was growing up, my fucking he's not like legally adopted, but he goes to all of our family gatherings and he calls my dad because his dad lives in California, and in Ohio he's only got his mom. It's a weird makeshift family, but he's like a brother to us. And but growing up, dude, we would say the most racist, fucked up shit to each other for real. Like at recess and stuff, we'd be like calling each other like pretty fucked up names, and I'd be like, this and that stuff I can't say.
Yeah.
And people would be like, what the fuck? Like, what is wrong with this guy? Like, you gonna let him say that to you? And my brother would be like, that's my brother, dude. Like,
I gotta go home to that. We eat dinner
this
together.
This is shock value. It's supposed to be like you're supposed to be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's cool though that you guys got a fucking.
So that's how you get the black card. The
Get a
N-word
black
card.
half
Yeah,
brother.
yeah. My son's Mexican too, and so it's like
God, you got you hit the lottery
Dude,
as a white man.
the funniest thing is that even if none of that existed, I would still just say whatever the fuck I want because I just don't care. And when you don't care and you have good intent,
I was gonna say
people can pick up on that.
when you know that it comes from
It's energy, brother.
there's not
Yep.
ill intent there. It's a completely different fucking thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's and it's not like it's that's why I think the most racist motherfuckers are all these people that are like, we need to give black people platforms where like, things like black people need help, blah blah blah. Like
I don't want them in my neighborhood though. Like, that's what they're thinking in their head. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's exactly how those people are, dude. They're like the fake. They're not even liberal, dude. They're like these fake fucking. I don't know, like
It's narcissism.
pseudo
Yeah, it
progressives.
is. It's
It's
what's in it for them.
It's narcissism because it's all about making themselves
virtue
look good.
signaling.
Yeah.
Yes.
Moral posturing. It's all, hey, look at me. This is how I feel about this. Blah 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 blah.
Look how great I am.
Yeah,
Look
but-
how I'm doing the right thing, but it doesn't fucking.
and
mean
all they do is they think that everything can be solved by like donating to something or like giving money to something. Like that ain't how
That's
it
not
works.
how it
No.
works. There's got to be action.
Yeah.
doesn't do anything.
Hey, we just gave $80,000 to the hood to build a McDonald's. Thanks.
Thank
Great.
you.
What the fuck? It's bullshit, dude.
Make sure you raise the prices on those Whoppers now.
Yeah,
Big Macs
There's
now.
not even a dollar menu anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
They're like, look, they can even smoke crack by the dumpster, and you're like, you're not helping anything.
Yeah, they're not, like in New York, they're making those fucking safe injection sites.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's
cool.
wild.
What the fuck? Not that that has anything to do with like any sort of ethnic or racial. There's no derivative,
No,
racially.
it's
but
just crazy in general.
it's just fucking insane. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, look, how do you get somebody to stop doing heroin? Give them a place to do heroin. Problem solved.
And clean needles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that
They might have stopped
That,
the
that
AIDS
makes
epidemic.
sense, but I'm just saying.
That's
like,
not
you're-
as
you're
not as
providing,
insane, but
yeah.
like
Here's free crack.
Yeah, you might. Why don't you give them just free drugs?
they basically do with Suboxone and shit like that.
Yeah, that's true. That's wild.
Dude,
That's a wild world, dude.
Oh, look, hey, you guys know how heroin started? You know who created heroin? Bayer Aspirin
Doctor.
Company.
Yeah, I was
In
gonna say.
like the late
yeah.
1800s,
Yeah.
as a medicine to wean people off of morphine addiction from the Civil War. And they were like, oh shit, this is actually more powerful and more addictive.
They're like,
And
fuck.
then they were like, oh, shit,
Yeah.
it's more addictive.
Now fentanyl makes that look like pussy shit.
That's all.
Fentanyl's crazy.
Dude, that's all a fucking Chinese subterfuge.
They're
dude.
getting us.
Seriously, I thoroughly believe that at this
Yeah,
point.
they
Like,
got us.
You know how everybody thinks the war in the Middle East was all about oil and shit?
Yeah.
It was about heroin and opium, dude. The fucking Afghanistan, it's also about oil, but in Afghanistan, they produced 93% of the world's opium.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Well, think about that, dude.
Uh,
And then you notice, like, oh, we stopped the war on terror, and then all of a sudden there's a fentanyl increase.
Yeah.
So we're not producing our own shit anymore by stealing it from the fucking Afghans.
Yeah.
We import it from the Chinese.
Yeah.
And it's all fentanyl. Because they want to kill us.
they
They don't like us.
They don't like us very much.
They hate us, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, the drugs, the
They hate us
AIDS,
'cause they ain't
the
us,
herpes.
alright?
Yeah.
The herpes.
Is anybody really scared of AIDS anymore? I feel like it's harder to catch AIDS now
I
than ever.
recently found out that if you're a straight man, you basically cannot get fucking AIDS.
Really?
Because, I don't remember the specifics, a fucking doctor told me this, like, to me, that you can basically only get AIDS from semen or from blood transfusions. But to get AIDS from a woman, like fucking a woman with AIDS, to get AIDS from them,
They gotta.
you would have to like fuck them until their vagina ripped and there was just blood, like pools of blood.
And you're
That
sounds
swimming
pretty
in
cool,
it.
yeah.
If you're a man with AIDS, you can give AIDS to a woman easily. You can give AIDS to a dude easily.
We looked this up one time because we were talking about. We were talking about Magic and his whole fucking situation. I have a theory that he fucked a dude and just didn't want to admit it, but
Him?
no.
What?
Magic Johnson. We were talking about Magic
oh,
Johnson. And the story about how he got AIDS. He's like, yeah, I fucked this bitch and she was dirty, whatever. I didn't know. I think he fucked a dude.
He
And that's
might
how
have
he
been
got-
shooting in drugs.
Could have been that too. I like to think he got fucked by a dude. But we were looking at a chart and there's like a diagram and it's like basically like if the top is positive and the bottom's
Oh
not,
yeah, there was a whole
then
like top versus bottom.
your likelihood is low or
Yeah,
high
yeah.
as the
So-
bottom or the top.
So
yeah.
get this. The funniest part of all that would be that there's almost no way that he got AIDS from fucking a dude with AIDS.
He got
He
fucked.
got fucked.
Yes. By a dude.
It was
with
either
AIDS.
he either got fucked by a dude or he injected drugs that had or
injected a
something.
gay guy's cum.
Yeah. Either way, there's semen of a man inside of his body.
See, I knew it was bullshit. Yeah. I said right from the get go on that one when we first discovered that it was bullshit. The whole story is.
I don't know what the fuck happened, but there's.
I wasn't there.
I wasn't there.
It wasn't me.
But if you look at the fucking facts,
Everybody likes to say these days, look at the science, trust the science. I mean, let's look at the science on Magic Johnson getting AIDS. Is all I'm
Gay,
saying.
yeah.
You should have worn a mask.
gay anal.
You should have worn a mask. Oh fuck. Well, we're about it. We're at our time. We're an hour 45 minutes, boys.
Hell yeah,
God damn.
been fun.
Nice.
We appreciate you coming by.
Yeah, dude. Sorry I was late, man.
It's okay.
Got a little tanked last night.
It's all right. We've had a guest once that completely
Oh my God.
didn't show up once, and he blamed it on the timer on his microwave going out.
He said they lost power, so
Who was it?
He's a crackhead.
crackhead comic back in Michigan. But he said, we called him and he's like, oh, sorry, man, the power went out, so the time's off on my microwave. I'm like, you used the clock on your fucking microwave to tell time?
Just schedule your life.
Yeah. So it's, yeah. At least you had a more valid excuse than your microwave clock.
It's that moral compass.
Yeah. Well, I'm just an honest person. Let's be like, hey, dude, I forgot.
Yeah, that's what he said. You're like, I fucking forgot.
forgot.
I'm sorry. I'll be there.
I had it down, written down too.
Yeah, whatever. You made it.
Hey, we did it. We did it.
Yeah, the drive wasn't bad either, dude. I had a little roadie, so I was just jamming some tunes. You know, I was listening to, dude. I've been on a kick though. I was telling you earlier about country music. I was listening to Eddie Rabbit, "Driving My Life Away."
Dude, that's a great fucking road trip song.
It's so good, dude. It
You hear that
resonates with me,
fucking
too.
first line?
Because I've driven across the country like 12 fucking times.
Me
so,
too. And
you know, just
you
to visit
listen
my
to that
son
song.
and shit,
There's
too.
nothing, yeah. Windshield wipers slapping
Slapping
out
out
of
of
tempo.
tempo.
And you're just like, fuck yeah.
Keep a rhythm with the song on the radio.
Dude, the coolest time I ever listened to that song, I was in the Rockies in Colorado going through the Vail Pass, and it was raining. And that song was on, the windshield wipers were going, and I'm like, I'm fucking doing it.
I'm the man, dude. All right, can I tell one more story?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so when I drove from, I got two good ones here. They're part of the same trip, though. When I drove from Tennessee, from Nashville, back to California, I had a Buick with a U-Haul trailer on it. Did I tell you that part earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it had
Just
like a
so
legit
awesome.
trailer. I put a fucking ball hitch on a fucking 89 or 90 Buick. Like, it looked like an old granny that was like moving out west. It was ridiculous. And so I had like the red velvet interior. The car was white.
Oh,
you know,
hell
just
yeah.
to paint the picture,
That
you know.
long
I
boat.
had the little cassette that you put into the fucking cassette player that you connect to your iPod.
Yep.
This thing deserved a hitch.
Dude, it was
Like-
badass. It was
Yeah.
badass.
Please
Also,
tell me you had a hula girl or dice. Just to be ironic.
I had a Playboy air freshener.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
I fucking was driving through New Mexico, I think. Yeah, it was New Mexico. Because there's just a ton of dead space
It
out
was
there.
a shithole and you
I'm
hated
up
yourself.
in the fucking mountains, dude, and there's a snowstorm. And this was the fucking craziest thing that I think that ever happened to me. I'm in the mountains, snowstorm. It's a basic. I stopped at a gas station. There's dozens of cars there. Nobody's on the road. Like, trucks aren't on the road. And I'm like, I go inside. I think I got some cigarettes and maybe like a Slim Jim or something. You know, like I was just stopping to get gas, and it's like snow everywhere. It's like almost like a whiteout. And I was like, these trucks aren't on the road. I'm in a Buick that's the fucking suspension, I mean, is like clearly being destroyed by this fucking U-Haul trailer. The tires are like half bald. And I remembered consciously making this decision. I was like, yeah, I'll just keep going.
You're like, nobody else is driving. There's less traffic.
That was part of what I was,
Wide
but I
open.
was also just like, I had been driving for like 8 hours and I was just sick of it, dude.
Yeah.
And I was trying to get to Flagstaff, Arizona. I think that, yeah. And so I got back on the road and I got the heat going. I'm listening to Zeppelin and I can't see fucking anything, like, at all, dude. I could barely see the brake lights from the semis in front of me. And these semis are going like 15 miles an hour, dude.
Fuck.
It was a horrible snowstorm, and I'm up on a mountain. Like, if I would have driven to the right, I would have gone off a cliff and died. And I'm sliding all over the place, like everywhere. For this is going on for like 45 minutes, and I'm still getting higher up on this mountain.
Yeah. You're
And
climbing.
dude, I like at one point I did like have that sinking feeling, like, dude, I really shouldn't have done this. Like, I'm gonna fucking like crash and get stuck. I didn't really think I was gonna die until the one point in the story, but then I was like, this is a really bad decision. I'm driving along. I'm following this semi. I'm probably going like 30 or 40 miles an hour. I'm like way up in a mountain, dude. And I can look to the right and just see the black abyss of like pine trees and shit, like way, 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 like it's just I would have gone down, down, down. You know what I mean? And I don't know how it happened, but I started fishtailing, and I'm behind a semi truck.
Pulling a trailer
in a fucking Buick in a snowstorm at like in the pitch black, dude. It was like 1 a.m. And the trailer starts going over the side of the fucking cliff, bro. Oh my God. And it's pulling the car. And all I remember, I literally, this is how I know I'm a psychopath, dude. I just remember thinking, fuck, and just turned up Immigrant song.
I was just going to say, I was waiting for Immigrant song to come on.
I just turned it all the way up, and it was just like, and I was just like, wow, yeah, baby. And I just fucking gassed it, dude, and just fucking like rode the side of a cliff for like 40 seconds.
And then you got down to the bottom. You're like, I do come from the land of ice and snow.
I just like somehow got back on track, and it was probably one of the most fucking adrenaline pumping things that has ever happened to me. And I legitimately for a split second thought I was going to fucking die.
But what a cool way to go out that would have been.
Yeah, that's how I felt about it. See, nowadays if that happened to me, I'd be scared shitless almost immediately because I have a kid.
Yeah.
But back then I was like, yeah, dude, I don't care about death.
Yeah. You're like,
you know
fuck you.
Okay, and the other story I was going to say was during that trip, you mentioned Amarillo earlier.
Yeah.
I was driving through that fucking, like, what do you call that part of Texas? The Panhandle or whatever?
Yeah, the Panhandle.
And I was getting close to Amarillo, and I had, like, no gas left, right? This was before the snowstorm thing.
Yeah.
And it was the day before, actually. And I knew there was a Motel 6 in Amarillo, and I was going to stay there and whatever. And so I'm driving along, and I realized I have no fucking gas. But I had a gas can in the trunk that had, like, a gallon of gas in it. It was a 2-gallon canister, but it was half empty. And I ran out of gas at a fucking crossroads, like in the middle of nowhere. And I was like, fuck, dude. My phone says the next fucking gas station's like 30 miles.
Oh, and you're in a what, an 89 Buick that gets 6 miles to the gallon?
It probably got 18.
Well, but
with a trailer,
yeah.
12.
Yeah.
I'm out of gas. I have 1 gallon of gas. And I basically like got out and was just like, I like basically prayed at this crossroads. Like I was like, please, whoever's out there, fucking help me get like home to the hotel because I'm fucked. And I put this gallon of gas in the Buick, and I actually went back the other way because like moving forward had been like 30 miles. Going back the other day, it was like 22 miles or something like that. Like I was like almost perfectly between these two fucking places, and I ended up like doing this ridiculous fucking like 19-point U-turn. And I just like coasted all the way back, and somehow miraculously on a gallon of gas I drove like 25 miles.
Damn.
And
Holy
yeah.
shit.
And wait, no, that's not why this is crazy. The fucking the gas station that was like 20-ish, 25 miles back was closed. So I had to go another 10 miles. That's why I knew there was a reason why it was like unbelievable. It's like unreal.
It's like you ended up going
made no
35 miles in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
The car found gas.
That's what creeps me out, dude. I was like, fucking those stories about my last name with the devil and all that shit. I'm like, I probably sold my soul to hell, dude.
Yeah, just by asking for this gas.
Yo, man, can I get a gallon of gas? Free soul. Come on now. Fuck. But yeah, I just want to throw those stories at you because you said the thing about Amarillo and how you were going to Colorado and all that shit. Like, I'm a big road trip person, dude. I love driving.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I fucking love it, dude. And that is a good driving song, though. Also, Leaving Louisiana in the Broad Daylight by... Ooh, who is that? You know who that
I don't think I've heard that song.
We'll have to look it up.
Pull that up.
I have a whole... let me see who plays that. Yeah, I have a pretty good road trip.
What kind of country do you listen to?
Man, I have a real hard on for Coulter Wall as of late.
He's good, dude.
I love Coulter.
He's the
Wall.
young one. I'm not super familiar.
Oak Ridge Boys. That's who sings Leaving. Or wait, yeah.
Yeah. No, that sounds right.
They might have redone it. Shovels and Rope.
It was
Rodney Crowell. He might have been the original.
It's a song from a long time ago. That's all I know. But it's like, that's the story of the way things go. Okay.
Yeah, I've got...
I don't even know how to fucking... I don't know the rhythm.
The Deslons, whatever the fuck you say their band name. Colton, Jesse, Sturgill, Mike and the Moon Pies, Coulter, Ryan
great
Bingham,
Dude,
Brent
Sturgill
Cobb.
Simpson's the shit too.
Yeah.
He is.
You remember that fucking psychedelic album he put out?
Yeah.
That was cool, right?
The Turtles All the Way Down's a great song.
That's
It's all about doing
arguably
mushrooms.
his most famous song, probably. The one I first heard was the fucking Nirvana cover.
Oh,
I'm probably gonna listen to that on the way home now. Dude, country music is underrated. Where I grew up, my dad is like a rock and roller through and through, and my mom's not really big on. She's liked 70s and 80s pop music. So I was raised in a household with no country music, and my dad would be like, "Country music's gay," and shit like that.
it's for those broke-back faggot cowboys out there. Yeah.
And so when I moved to Texas, when I lived in Tennessee, I started listening to some of it.
Yeah.
Like Copperhead Road.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, these guys.
I feel like that's the natural progression. You start out like getting into like fucking pop country type shit, and then you get into like the older stuff, and then eventually, like I think personally, like Texas, red dirt Texas country.
Give me an example.
It's more like like Charlie Crockett.
Yeah, he's good, dude.
Oh, fucking great! He
He's
just
good.
sold out, I think, the HEB Center. Or he sold out some big ass arena show.
Bobby loves that guy.
Dude, I love Charlie Crockett.
If
I've
there
been
was
listening
some
to him
way I
forever.
could finagle a meeting between Bobby and Charlie Crockett, that would make his fucking life, dude.
Dude, Charlie's the shit. But yeah, and then
What's
these are
Willie
terrible
Nelson
examples.
or David Allan Coe? What are those guys considered? Just old
Outlaw.
school outlaw country.
Outlaw country.
I think that's what I like. Then.
Yeah, and but it's more of like you have the shit you hear on the radio that just fucking dog shit. Like Sam
clap
Hunt
track.
and these fucking homos.
So
And-
I never listened to any of that shit.
Okay,
I
so-
started out with like Steve Earle.
Yeah.
I started out back.
But there was a shift. Like you had the old school guys, and then all these new school guys kind of sold out when they all went to Nashville. Now there's a whole wave of new guys that are. It's more of like Americana, folk, outlaw, country, all mixed together. That's this new wave. It's like Tyler Childers, Coulter, all these guys that they're bringing all this. These young dudes that are bringing this shit back.
That's that song. What's that song? He does something road. You know what I'm talking about?
Coulter?
No.
White House Road.
White House Road. Yeah.
That's a good song.
Yeah. That's the kind of shit that I like, though, because
Yeah.
it's real.
Yeah.
And it's not that fucking overproduced garbage.
Luke Bryan shit.
He really is the epitome of that. Honestly, dude,
So bad.
I think that part of the reason I didn't like him was because
His wife's so hot. What the fuck?
I went home, and after I met him that time, I went home and I started listening to his music, and I was like, holy
Yeah,
shit, this is
dude, it's bad.
terrible.
It's bad.
He's the son of a rich peanut farmer from Alabama.
Yeah.
He ain't made what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How the fuck are you gonna be country music royalty when you come from a nice little fucking whatever,
Yeah.
dude? Maybe I'm being too judgmental, because like people like that can be.
I was
too.
kind of hoping you were going to be like, I went home and looked him up and saw how hot his wife was and jerked off to his wife. And then I was just angry that she was so hot and with this guy or something. I was hoping that's where that story was going.
No, I don't give a shit about stuff like that. I don't get jealous or envious of people's women. You know what I mean? That's like a young man's game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're still like envious of somebody's girlfriend or like wife or something like that.
I wouldn't say I'm envious, but I'm like, that's pretty cool. Good for them.
I guess.
That's pretty cool.
I just don't give a shit, dude. Like you can always get your own,
Yeah.
Like that's why fucking when like especially men, like when we're younger, we try to fuck people's girlfriends and shit in our early years because we're like it's like a dominance thing, and then you get older and you're like, oh, the real dominance is just going out and getting your own anyway.
Yeah.
It's like that's the real hunt, dude.
having
You don't
to
go
fight
fuck
for
somebody
it,
over
yeah.
that's weak pussy shit. You know what I mean?
Literally.
But that's how it is, though, man. Like, there's married men that go and fucking try to pick up other dudes' girlfriends and shit. Like, it's all, the whole. We live in a toxic society for relationships.
super toxic.
Yeah, it's not
Unfortunately.
great.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Well, here's an example of why it's fucked up. My on and off relationship with my stripper ex-girlfriend is still better than like 80% of my friends' relationships. Because we had a good relationship. We cared about each other. We were honest,
Yeah.
just argued and shit like that. But like at the end of the day, how many people have a fucking healthy relationship?
Right.
Not many.
Not a lot.
It's hard in Austin. It's a booze town. Everybody's like, oh, I can go do this. I can
Yeah.
get that.
I don't think anybody's really. Yeah. I don't know. And I think social
Nobody
media
wants
has
to
made
settle down anyway. Social media is the
has
fucking
made-
goddamn devil.
That is the real devil that everyone's selling their souls
Fuck,
for.
dude. Especially on relationships. I mean, what a fucking shit show.
Yeah,
you know?
it's always the grass is greener
That's
type deal.
that is
when
exactly what
no
it
one
is.
accepts.
And none of it's real.
Right.
No. And then these
None
girls,
of it's real.
These girls see these fucking whores on Instagram post all these filtered. I mean, chicks post the. It's disgusting. I hate it when chicks post these pictures where it's clear that they're using an insane amount of filter on
lip
it,
filler,
lip fillers,
fake tits,
all this stupid
spray
shit.
tan.
And then you get these normal girls who are gorgeous. You know,
They feel bad
and
about
they-
themselves.
Exactly. And you're like, and you try to explain to it, you're like, that's fucking disgusting. And these girls are using these nasty filters and shit, and that's not even real.
Right.
And they're like,
Or
but still, I just feel self-conscious. You're like, no, but like you're what they like. You naturally is what they
What they
probably
wanna
wish
look
they
like.
could look like.
Yeah, and then also you get the other problem you get is like you get these women who have like sugar daddies and shit.
Oh God.
And
yeah.
they don't realize that they're basically damaging their ability to have intimacy with someone that actually cares about them.
Oh yeah.
because then that becomes
And then they're lonely for
terrifying.
fucking ever, dude. Like,
Yeah.
There's a reason that that society is constructed the way it is. A lot of it, not all of it, is developed to help people like fucking have productive, healthy, successful lives. Some of it is there are mistakes and flaws in the system that need to be fixed, but there's a reason like people, not everybody, but a lot of people get married and have kids and shit because it helps stabilize you, basically.
And
Like,
some people will have a kid to fix a relationship that's all fucked up and think that's gonna work.
That's the other end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
That's bad too.
yeah. That's just dumb.
Yeah.
That never works ever.
No. Hey, thanks. That's me. Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah. Thanks.
Well, this has been fun.
Yeah. Thanks, you fucking asshole.
Thanks, assholes.
Oh fuck. Well, we've done over 2 hours. Is there anything else you want to say that?
All right, so I got like 8 more stories. Now. Just kidding. No, I got nothing else. How long? I'm curious. How long do you guys usually record for?
When it's just us, an hour and a half. But I mean, we have no like hard cap or anything.
It's just basically whatever feels right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Word. Cool. Yeah, I enjoyed it, man. I do really like this setup for real. Like you guys are
Grinding.
you guys are cutting your teeth because if you imagine what it's going to be like when you have access to a bunch of tech and money and stuff, you'll have a bigger fucking understanding of how to use all that shit and implement it in a proper way.
Yeah. Yeah. Someday it'll be nice.
Someday.
That's not what I was saying.
No. No. It'll come along someday. But where can people check you out again? Your
Oh yeah.
What's the best way to look you up and all of your stuff you're pumping out?
I only really do like stuff on Instagram. If you're gonna watch the pod, go to YouTube and just type in Faust TV. A bunch of shit will come up. Sub the channel and watch the Gary Bobby Show on Thursdays at 5 p.m. We have a new time. It's not in the morning anymore because none of the whores that we have as guests can make it. On Instagram, I'm Gary R. Faust, GaryRFaust, the Gary Bobby Show, and TV.Faust. That's all my shit there. But the only one that's probably super worth following, well, the show's Instagram is funny, but my personal Instagram has a bunch of fucking bullshit that I post on it all the time. You know, it's just kind of like a stream of consciousness.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People, I actually didn't have social media until I started a podcast like 4 years ago or 3 years ago. I hated all of it.
Yep.
We just made Instagrams like a couple weeks ago. For that fucking
Weeks
reason.
ago.
Dude, so it's gonna destroy your mind. You're
Oh,
fucked.
This is the longest I've not been on my phone in a long time. It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's super addictive.
Yeah.
It's by design.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
Dude, we live in a dystopian fucking society.
The metaverse, man. We may need to have a part 2 to this.
I'm down.
Like,
I had a good time.
We'll have to have you
I've
back.
done a lot of podcasts, and this one was fucking good. I'm telling you, dude, this setup you guys got in here makes people comfortable. I feel hella comfortable.
Fuck yeah.
Good.
You know what I mean?
you.
It's
I'm
always
glad to hear
weird
that.
when you're fucking.
Cold calling.
I like it though.
Yeah.
I like it. I almost like it better than doing pods with people I know because you're feeling each other out as the conversation goes. When you do pods with somebody you know, it's like half the time they're like fucking with you, or they're like, yeah, remember when you fucked that whore with a condom on or whatever? And she sucked your dick with a condom on, and I'm like, dude, I didn't want to tell that story.
Yeah, you get to.
Or at least I didn't want you to tell the story. I wanted to be the one to tell it. You get
to steer your own narrative almost.
Right.
Leave out some of the shit you really don't want.
Yeah.
You don't have any. Remember this though?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Remember you puked outside the trailer last night, dude? On your boots?
Like, no, I didn't. I didn't fucking throw up. I told you I had to go pee. Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't sound like you were peeing out there. Yeah. That's me.
Yeah,
that's me. I just gotta go to the bathroom in these bushes over here. Why is it so
thanks for
embarrassing to
having me.
throw up when you're drunk?
Absolutely. Thanks for coming. We appreciate it.
All right, guys, go give him a follow, spread some love, and we'll
Find
see
me
you.
a new stripper girlfriend, please.
Now accepting applications. All right, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah. Happy New Year.
We'll see you next week.
The dudes abide.